months ago they had a night, and this was days before I got back from Turkey. So I was so upset. They had a day where all the fans could go back in the Astrodome for one time, and so this is
No, I want to go too. How it works.
this is Bob this is Bob Ford and his old PA spot at the Astrodome.
Good evening, Astros fans. Welcome to the Houston Astrodome, the 8th wonder of the world.
It's his old spot. They gave me chills, man.
Cool.
What happens if you're sick? Like,
let me just say, in 15 years of doing this, I've never missed a game. I've done games where it sounded like crap. But, you know, it's a good question. I'm sick on the road, there's no will, it's just me. So.
Actually,
I was definitely ill, I would say, on the road or something. But if I was ready on the road, I don't know. that's you. So I have it. That's usually the crowd mic. So you see that up. Put it down, would you? I'm gonna take a selfie, Facebook post, knock yourself out. We will get a picture of the three of us in headsets between commercials. Make all those girls who think the shortstop is a small guy jealous.
You got it. Alright, Ira, get in this. So if we win tonight, we're first place. That's a pretty big game. Shows you when it comes to them.
Fans, please be advised that during the course of play, bats and balls may enter the stands. So we ask you to please stay alert at all times. Also, fans are prohibited from entering the playing field at any time. Violators will be subject to ejection from the ballpark, fine, and arrest. We thank you for your cooperation. The Sugarland Skeeters and Memorial Hermann are proud to present the Kids in 3 program for the 2018 season. Kids 12 and under wearing your athletic league jersey or uniform and receiving free one-time admission to any Skeeters game this season. That's thanks to Memorial Hermann. Kids, make sure to wear your team jersey for a free lawn ticket to any game this season. Fans, the Skeeters and Republic Services want you to remember that this is a litter-free event. Please dispose of all trash and recycling in the proper receptacles. And to help you with this effort, our friendly ushers will be collecting trash during the 3rd and 6th innings. The Skeeters and Republic Services thank you for helping keep Constellation Field beautiful. Sugarland Skeeters fans, you already know you're the best fans in minor league baseball. And fans 21 and older can sign up to be a designated driver during tonight's game and receive a free key change and free 22-ounce fountain drink. Stop by the Classic Chevrolet Customer Service Desk. It's located at the top of section 16 to sign up today. Designated driver, enjoy the great times. It's a message from Budweiser, Silver Eagle Distributors, Legends Hospitality Management, and the Sugarland Skeeters. Fans, are you looking for an awesome event venue that will impress your guests and leave a lasting impression? You're in luck. Constellation Field is a year-round, full-service special events venue that can be booked for family reunions, corporate meetings, festivals.
All right, it's time. Ready?
Check out the Skeeters Events website at SugarlandSkeeters.
Let's do this.
Part of a non-profit organization that needs to raise money? Look no further than Constellation Field. The Sugarland Skeeters and Legends Hospitality Management.
Ah.
We are controlling transmission. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
Skeeters Baseball.
Deep to left field, going back to the track, to the wall, and he got it all.
After missing the playoffs last year, the Skeeters look to get back to their winning ways as they strive to win it all again this season.
Holy cow!
Follow the Skeeters all season long as they drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship.
I don't believe what I just saw!
The Skeeters' new skipper, Pete Incaviglia, and his boys are primed to win it all as they look to claim the second title in franchise history.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
This is a live presentation of Sugarland Skeeters Baseball. Skeeters Baseball begins now.
And look who's coming up.
So let's go to the broadcast booth with the voice of the Sugarland Skeeters, Ira Liebman.
Welcome to Sugarland, Texas. We are live at Constellation Field, home of your Sugarland Skeeters. Sugarland begins the day at 35-21. The Barnstormers 35-20. Game 4 of a 7-game important series. The Skeeters leading the series 2-1 and find themselves just a half game out of first place with just 7 more games remaining. The Skeeters will send out their right-hander, 3-generation big leaguer Casey Coleman, 2-0 with an impressive 1.16 ERA. He will take on former big leaguer and longtime Atlantic League veteran Jonathan Albaladejo, who is 5-2 with a 4.04 ERA. Game number 57 of the season, home game number 34. Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, joined by Will Scott, Ryan Posner later on, and we talked about this in Game 2. After the Skeeters' big Game 1 win, they have a second chance to move into first place for the first time since May 15th, Will.
Yeah, unfortunately unable to win Game 2. They had a chance in the end with Anthony Jansanti at the plate, 2 outs, chance to win it. But with the win last night, if they can win this one tonight, they'll take back first place for the first time since May 15th with just 6 games left in the first half.
So take a look at this kind of new look lineup for today's game. Anthony Jansanti, who is on fire, is back in the top spot. Matt Chavez, who has been amongst the league leaders in the top 5 for almost 2 months now. He's in the number 2 spot. Kyle Kibitzer is on fire in the 3-hole. And Courtney Hawkins, who is tearing the cover off the ball, especially power-wise, and really all around. He's even hitting singles these days, is the cleanup hitter. So a lot of boost. Albert Cordero back in the lineup yesterday. He's in the 5 spot. And then you look at the depth. Now Dennis Phipps, who has been tearing up the league since he got here, is in the 6-hole. Walsh, who's been great in the top spot, is batting 7th. Barrett Barnes, since he's been back, who is in the leadoff spot tonight, is in the 8th spot, and Alvaro Rondon in that usual 9 spot. That is a pretty healthy lineup, and they're all clicking on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, we've seen Petey Cavalier move the lineup around a lot, especially in this series, but I love Anthony Jansanti in that top spot. He's been hitting the ball really well as of late, hitting .356 at Constellation Field this year, so you know he's going to produce at home. But Courtney Hawkins in the cleanup spot, I think, will be really, really interesting. Obviously, he's been turning his season around, starting to hit more singles, obviously still the home run leader on the team, so I really like him in the cleanup spot, and really a solid lineup for the Skeeters, bottom to top.
Well, this one stat will really tell you how good the Skeeters starters have been, and we saw it last night, and we're going to hear from him soon, and that is the Skeeters' James Russell. And James, 7 innings, just 1 earned run last night, 7 Ks, just a walk. When the Skeeters are leading after the 6th inning, they're 29-1, and that takes some good starting pitching. In fact, when the Skeeters are also 33-1 when leading after 7, so great starting, handing it to the bullpen, and pretty much when they hand it to the bullpen with a lead, it's money.
We talked about how, before the game last night, how important it was for James Russell to have a good start after using 6 pitchers the night before. James Russell did his job. Austin Adams and Ben Rowan coming in doing theirs. Didn't even need to use Felipe Paulino last night, so he's got some, energy for tonight. So, yeah, I mean, the bullpen has been solid all year. Even with the absence of Matt West temporarily, the bullpen is still going to be one of the best in all of the Atlantic League. And so Casey Coleman on the mound tonight, he's obviously been spectacular thus far for Sugarland. You definitely see the pitch. He's got the pitching advantage tonight against the Barnstormers.
In fact, he has allowed just 4 runs this year in 6 games, 5 starts, and he has really been terrific over the last 3 starts. We talk about home field advantage and how good the Skeeters are here at Constellation Field. And they always say play well at home, play 500 on the road. Well, that is exactly true. The Skeeters are now 12-12 on the road, and they are 23-9 at home, the best record at home in the Atlantic League.
Yeah, tough to beat at home. Really, they've just done a spectacular job at Constellation Field this whole season. Like you said, best record in the Atlantic League in 23-9. So it's going to be interesting to see what Barnstormer fans say, because if this game really does come, if this series really comes down to the first half title, if that's what we ultimately end up seeing, Sugarland would have had 7 games in the first half against Lancaster at home. Lancaster just 3 games against Sugarland in Lancaster. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see what Barnstormer fans have to say about that. But Sugarland has really taken advantage of their home field advantage. And, 7-game series are tough, but at the same time, it's hard to complain about having 7 straight consecutive home games.
Well, there are now 4 games left in this series, and we went over the scenarios. If the Skeeters win 6 games, they will clinch their first half Freedom Division because they will also have the tiebreaker against the Barnstormers. So now the Skeeters are a little bit closer, but they still need to win 3 of these last 4 for that to happen. So if they split the last 2, then they have to go into York for a very big series. And again, the Barnstormers play the Road Warriors, so you'd rather not it come down to that because the the Barnstormers have the easier task against the Road Warriors. Well, I mentioned the guy last night, and that is former big leaguer. That is the Skeeters starter, James Russell. His dad was also a former big league and a former big league closer, an all-star 2 times, and the Rolaids Relief Award winner, who goes to the best relief pitcher. Talk about his time and really his dad influence on. Went to UT, also played for Augie Garrido, the late great Augie Garrido. So I had a chance to sit down and speak to him before tonight's ball game, and we'll hear from the Skeeters starter and former big leaguer James Russell when we return here on the Skeeters pregame show in just a moment.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really mattered.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to the Skeeters pregame show. Ira Liebman here with Skeeters starter James Russell. James, you played for the University of Texas. The year you're there, you go 8-4 with a 3.86 ERA. You get to play for legendary coach Augie Garrido. What was it like playing for Augie?
It was a pleasure. I mean, I always liked coaches that were fiery and weren't afraid to let you know when something was wrong. And it was always his way or the highway. And I mean, it worked. I mean, obviously, as many championships as he won, like he had figured something out, and God rest his soul.
What'd you learn from Augie?
Just staying with the program. I mean, just buying into a system and sticking with it.
You had another really great mentor, your dad, Jeff Russell, 14 years in the big leagues, 9 seasons with the Rangers. He's an all-star in 88 and 89. In fact, he leads the league in saves with 38 that year, wins the Rolaids Relief Award. What did you take most from your dad?
Just work ethic and learning how to be a pro. I mean, got to hang around the locker room with him, so I got to see how guys handled themselves, and it kind of wore off on me.
What was it like as a kid kind of growing up around Major League Baseball?
It was fun. I mean, big league ballpark was my playground, so I mean, I made the best out of it, and it was just cool to be around such great players. I mean, he was on some pretty dang good teams, and so being able to just learn by just watching how they do things.
You're old enough to remember him playing in the playoffs in '96, pouring champagne over each other. What was that like? You the envy of all the other kids at school?
Yeah, I mean, I tried like hell to go with my parents. It was a school night, so they wouldn't let me. But next day, I saw all the festivities and saw my dad with a 2-foot-long cigar doused in champagne. It looked pretty fun.
We're speaking to former big leaguer James Russell, and so he plays in 7 years. He played for 7 years in the big leagues. As recently as 2016 with the Phillies, 4 years with the Cubs. You play for two night and day different managers, fiery Lou Piniella and kind of the zen of Joe Maddon. Kind of talk about the difference between playing for those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, complete opposites of the spectrum. I mean, I loved Lou. If you weren't throwing strikes, though, you're easily on his bad side. But luckily for me, I come in throwing strikes, so I've never had a problem with him. I mean, he was great. It was a pleasure to play for him. I mean, he just, as long as he's been doing it, I mean, he's just a baseball lifer, so it's cool to be around a guy like that. And then, I mean, Joe Maddon, on the other hand, it keeps it loose, fun, and kept everybody laid back and nice and easy.
Let's meet the Skeeters starter, James Russell. When you look back at your time with the Cubs in 2015 was your last year there, and of course a couple years later they win the World Series for the first time in 108 years. Could you kind of see things starting to change with that organization, and what were some of those that you saw a very up-and-coming team? And they won 97 games that year, and you're there.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I was part of the whole rebuilding process, and once Theo and Jed came in, they said, hey, look, we're drafting some guys that are going to be pretty good. Just kind of wait and watch how things pan out. And so we did, and you could start seeing, when I got traded in 14, you could start to see things kind of take form and start to turn over. And then again, when I got back there in 15, things had changed, and it was a completely different place.
You have a great year in 2012. You go 7-1, a 3.25 ERA in 77 appearances. Take us through that season. I mean, that's a great record and a ton of appearances for any reliever in this day and age.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get to 80, but we also lost 100 games that year, so it was they kind of shut me down towards the back end of the season, not letting me throw in games that were out of hand or we weren't winning by a run or two, and so it was fun. I mean, it was a good learning experience. It was nice to kind of just be like a full-time reliever and get my feet wet.
Vulture up a lot of wins?
Yeah, I did. For some reason, I'd come in a lot of tight games and I'd throw a scoreless inning and guys would start scoring runs.
Baseball gods even out on you next year. You're 1-6, but you still have a really good ERA at 3.59. Was it just kind of the opposite of that, just bad luck? You go in for a game, maybe let up a run, and then unfortunately get tagged with a loss, or was it just bad luck?
Yeah, I mean, it was just, that's how it is. It's baseball. Some days the ball falls in foul territory. Some days it's on the chalk. And so, I mean, some days you just get hit with one run and things don't work out and you get the loss. I mean, it just happens. I mean, still a good year.
Speaking with Skeeters starter and former big leaguer James Russell, you spend time not only with the Cubs, but the Braves, the Phillies. Out of your time in the big leagues, what player really impressed you the most?
I mean, everybody's impressive in their own way. I mean, everybody's there for a reason. And you're part of the select few that's the best baseball players in the world. So, I mean, everybody's got something that they're bringing to the table.
Was there any one person that really took you under their wing and kind of really showed you the ropes that you give credit to?
Yeah, I mean, I always hung around Sean Marshall. Whenever I first got up, he was the veteran lefty on the team. And then Kerry Wood helped me quite a bit. He was just a fun guy to be around. And, I mean, that whole team, Ryan Denster, Ted Lilly, I mean, Derek Lee, like a lot of good guys to learn from, and just a lot of stuff you could take every day from those guys.
If you could take one lesson that really kind of helped you throughout your major league career, what would you say that was?
Just throwing strikes, attacking hitters. I mean, they're not as good as people give them credit.
Speaking of which, last night you go 92 pitches, 67 for strikes, 7 innings, a run, a walk, 7 strikeouts. You've made 5 starts for the Skeeters now. After really becoming a starter for the first time in a long time last year in the Mexican League, what's been the transition for you? Because it was a long time before, you know, you were a reliever pretty much primarily in the big leagues and going back to a starter much later in your career. What was the toughest part of the transition back to being a starter?
No, nothing really. I mean, came came up as a starter. Didn't really relieve till I made the big league team, and then even still got a couple starts in the big leagues. And I mean, it's always been something that I like. I like the routine aspect of it, and I've got enough pitches, so it's nice to where I can use some here and then keep some in my back pocket for later, and it's fun.
Speaking to Skeeters starter James Russell, you have 5 pitches, a fastball, sinker, slider, change, curve. When you look at your repertoire for a reliever, that's unbelievable. Do you find it was easier to go from being a relief pitcher to a starter, or from a starter to a reliever with that amount of pitches? Usually a relief pitcher has 2, maybe 3 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, well, when I was relieving, I'd face a lot of lefties, so I had to make sure my slider's on point. If not, then I can fall back on the curveball and then just locating heaters. That's about it. I mean, and now, I mean, it's just the same thing. I get to kind of fool around a little bit more and try different things.
When any guys ask where he would rather be, they'll always say, as long as I'm playing, they don't care. But if you had a choice in an ideal world, reliever, setup man, closer, starter, what would be your ideal role?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I've done them all. I've been in every situation possible. So whatever I need to do to get back there, that's what I'll do.
Former big leaguer and Skeeters starter James Russell back here on the Skeeters pregame show in just a moment.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Time to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Lancaster Barnstormers. Leading off, the league's leading stolen base leader is Darian Sanford. The switch hitter will be in center. Rico Noel will bat second. He'll play second. Right fielder Blake Galen bats third. The cleanup hitter and catcher Ryan Castile. Casey Hobson at first bats fifth. Trayvon Robinson, he'll bat sixth. He'll be the DH. It'll be Grant Desmay in left, batting seventh. The shortstop, Carlos Garcia, bats eighth. And batting ninth, third baseman Tyler Bortnick, who's been on fire this series.
And in left field will be the cleanup hitter, Courtney Hawkins. Leadoff hitter, Anthony Jansanti in center. Barrett Barnes, our player of the game from last night, in right. Kyle Kubica back at third base. Alvaro Rondon will be the shortstop. Colin Walsh manning second base. Matt Chavez at first. And catching Casey Coleman is Albert Cordero.
Coleman is 2-0 with an impressive 1.16 ERA. Does not qualify yet for the league leaders, but he'll be there pretty soon. This will be his seventh game, his sixth start, 31 innings. He has struck out 31. He's walked just 8 and allowed 23 hits. The 30-year-old former big league right-hander, 6 foot, 185 from Fort Myers, Florida. He was drafted twice, first time in the 49th round by the Tampa Bay then Devil Rays in 2005 out of high school in Gainesville, Georgia, and then by the Cubs in the 15th round in 2008 out of Florida Gulf Coast University. First pitch by the Skeeters right-hander. This one is high. Ball 1-0, and we're underway. Game 4 of a 7-game series, all against these Barnstormers. Skeeters leading the series 2-1. Skeeters trying to move into first place for the first time since May 15th. This one a check swing, but a strike on the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Wind blowing in from right center field. The shadows all the way across the mound already. The 1-1 here by Coleman. This one is a strike on the inside corner, 1-2. Key to keep Sanford off the base bats, especially for the first batter of the game. Last night he got on with a single, got the second on a pass ball. The night before a single was picked off, and in the first game he walked and was caught stealing. This one misses low and in, 2 balls and a strike. 90 degrees at game time start. Humidity at 62% and a south-southeast wind at 15 miles an hour. Means it's blowing straight in from left center. Let's see where they set up here. Derek Norris, by the way, bothered with a little bit of a hamstring, not playing in the game tonight. This one on the outside corner, strike 3. And there is out number 1 here. First K of the day, and there is one away.
Great movement on that pitch from Casey Coleman. Caught Sanford off guard. And just like that, he has his first strikeout of the game.
Last time out for Coleman, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts, 85 pitches. 58 for strikes. He picked up the victory in a 7-3 win at York. Well, INSEP's Rico Noel, he is 3rd in the league in hitting at .336. No home runs and 15 RBIs. This one a strike on the outside corner. I spoke a little about in York, but it was very significant that he pitched in York because his dad, while playing for the Washington Senators back in the day, played for the old York team, the White Roses, when they're part of the Senators affiliate. And interesting, he got to play for Ted Williams, his dad. So Ted Williams not only was his manager for 2 years, but when his dad was a kid in a camp, he learned his curveball from Ted Williams. You wouldn't think the splendid Splinter himself would be much of a pitcher, but apparently Ted knew it all. Teddy ballgame.
Well, Coleman, just like his dad, pitched well in York. 1 earned run in the win.
3-generation player, also his grandfather. Played in the majors for 10 years in 42 and from 46 to 55. Would have been longer, but interrupted by the war. Was an all-star as well for the 1948 Philadelphia A's. So if Coleman can get back to the big leagues and become an all-star, it'd be 3 generations of all-stars. The 3-1. So on a strike on the outside corner, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And even more significant, his dad was traded for Denny McClain, who won 31 games with the Tigers just a few years earlier. And a couple years later, he gets traded, and his dad comes over to the Tigers and has 320 win seasons. This one is grounded to third. The throw to first in time. 5-3 on the putout. They get the speedy Noel, and Coleman off to another good start here. And he'll face the left-handed hitting right fielder, the always difficult Blake Galen. 312, 12 home runs, and 49 RBIs. The 12 home runs and 49 ribbies leads the Atlantic League.
The Boone family, another one of those 3-generation families. Aaron Boone's son just got drafted. He decided to return to Yale, but that's going to be really interesting to see if he can become the first 4-generation family.
First pitch here is swung on past the mound, backhanded by Walsh, throws across his body to first in time. Nice play by the Skeeters second baseman, and that'll do it. Easy inning for Coleman as the Barnstormers don't get the ball out of the infield with a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Barnstormers did not score here in the top of the first. Skeeters coming to bat for the first time when we return.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hi, this is Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. I'm here to tell you about our brand new Skeeters Speakers Bureau. Make your next occasion special by inviting one of our outstanding Skeeters players, coaches, or front office staff as a guest speaker. If you'd like to schedule an appearance for your club meeting, sports banquet, or any other group outing, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com and click on the Speakers Bureau link under the Community tab. Hope to see you soon, and go Skeeters!
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Time to take a look at the starting lineup for your Sugarland Skeeters. Leading off is Anthony Jansanta will be in center. Matt Chavez in the 2-hole. He'll be at first. At third, batting third, Kyle Kibitza. The cleanup hitter tonight is left fielder Courtney Hawkins. Albert Cordero catching, batting fifth. Dennis Phipps batting sixth. He'll be the DH. Colin Walsh, the switch hitter, batting seventh. He'll be at second. Barrett Barnes in right bats eighth and batting ninth. Skeeters shortstop Alvaro Rondon.
And in left field for the Barnstormers will be Grant Desmay. Manning center is Darian Sanford. Right field, Blake Galen. Third baseman will be Tyler Bortnick. Shortstop, Carlos Garcia. Rico Noel, former New York Yankee, at second base. Casey Hobson, the first baseman. And behind the plate, Ryan Castillo.
On the mound, right-hander Jonathan Albaladeo. First pitch to Jansanta was a ball. This one is outside, 2 balls and no strikes to count. Albaladeo 5-2, a 4.04 ERA. This is his 10th appearance, all starts. 49 innings, 34 Ks, 12 walks, 60 hits. This one is tattooed into left field. Will it hang up? Yes, as left fielder Grant Desmay fights not only the ball, but that sun coming directly into his eyes. And Jansanta, even when he makes an out, hits the ball hard. A 1 out, none on for Matt Chavez. A little bit more on Albaladeo. 30-year-old, 6'5", 270 from Puerto Rico. Selected twice, first time in 2000 by the Giants in the 34th round, and then the second time by the Pirates in the 19th round in 2001 out of Miami-Dade College. Why is that significant, you're saying, Will? I'm glad you asked.
Miami-Dade?
No, the fact that he was drafted by the Pirates.
Okay.
Well, my very first year in baseball, Albaladeo was in his 4th year as a pro, so he'd been pitching since he was 18 in 2001, but in 2004, my first broadcasting gig was with the Lynchburg Hillcats, and Albaladeo was one of the starters.
How about that?
So 15 years later, I get to write his name back in my lineup card. This one is a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. He's a very accomplished pitcher. In fact, very interesting story about Albaladeo. First, was mostly a starter coming up in the minors and even at the majors, but he spent some time with the Yankees in 2009, and even though he was not on the postseason roster, he got himself a World Series ring as the Yankees won the World Series. But even more impressive, that as a reliever, he really excelled. In fact, he went into the closer role, and in 2009, he set the international save record with 43. This one hit deep in the air to right field, but Blake Galen pulls it down for out number 2. So a hard liner to left, a hard liner to right, 2 outs, none on for Kyle Kibitza. Oh, but it doesn't stop there for Albaladeo. In the winter of 2010, after having a good career, in fact, that was right after the 43 save season, setting the new International League save record, he asks for his release so he can go pursue a career in Japan. Had a pretty good year. He was 2-2 with a 2.45 ERA in 46 games, but you were just in the majors. You're still at AAA with the Yankees, and then you ask for your relief. Kind of
really
a gutsy move. I'll give him that. Also an Atlantic League veteran. In fact, just a couple of years ago, in 2016, the year the Skeeters won the championship, he was 15-6 with a 4.07 ERA. He set the Atlantic League single-season strikeout record of 164, and that was in 172 2/3 inning. Also won the Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year that year. He's done a lot over his career, 18-year career so far as a pro. I said he came up when he was 18, so still relatively young, just 35 years old. Won't be 36 until October 30th, the day before Halloween. Ooh, very scary. 2 balls and a strike here to the Skeeters left-hander hitting third baseman Kyle Kubica. It's one chopped towards first. That is a fair ball behind the first base bag, Casey Hobson. He'll tag the bag, and that'll do it. 2 lineouts and a ground out, and much like the Barnstormers, the Skeeters go 1, 2, 3. We're through 1 inning of play. No score between the Skeeters and the Barnstormers.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
Top of the second inning. Casey Coleman a 12-pitch first as the Barnstormers went 1-2-3. So we'll face them immediately order 4, 5, and 6. Ryan Castile, Casey Hobson, and Trayvon Robinson. First pitch a strike on the outside corner to Castile, who comes in at 247, 7 home runs and 28 RBIs. This one misses a little bit low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 297 for Castile. Robbed them of about 50 points. Open stance from the right side. This one swung on, popped up. Will this stay in play? Coming back towards us. That one's going to be over our heads. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here. Coleman, last 3 starts, 2-0 with a 1.42 ERA. He struck out 21 in 19 innings while walking just 3. That's a 7-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. This one fouled into the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shadows now past the mound, making their way towards second. Only one in the shade. Actually, only 2 in the shade are Matt Chavez at first and Barrett Barnes in right. It's one high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. That wind is going to be death for left-handed hitters today.
Gosh,
that is a strong one.
Yeah, that's definitely blowing harder than we've seen it this whole series, the first 3 games.
No score here, top of the second inning. The right-handed Coleman kicks, deals, and this one swung and a miss. Strike 3. Second K of the day, and there is 1 away. So 1 out, none up for Casey Hobson. Hobson's dad, Butch Hobson, spent a bunch of years in the big leagues with the Red Sox, 1 year with the Yankees, and was the manager of this team for a few years, including a couple of years ago when Casey came to play for him for the first time. Talking about the father-son generation thing, and Butch actually taking a bat at age 63 and played with his son for not even 1 game, but 1 at bat. Butch was always a fiery player. This one swung, a slow roller, swinging bunt, charging in his Kubica, fires it on the run in time. Chavez almost had his arm taken off, had to grab it inside the baseline and then quickly pull it back in. And there's the second out. Chavez's parents here today at the ballpark, so a big hello to them as well as the rest of the friends, fans, and family of the Skeeters. Nice to have everybody aboard. They say on the Long Island Railroad, all aboard. They still actually say that like the old school train conductors.
I know.
Well, 2 outs, none on, 5 up, 5 down for Coleman. Trayvon Robinson, the switcher, will bat here from the left side against the Skeeters right-hander Casey Coleman. First pitch check, swing, misses inside. By the way, umpires for tonight, Jesse Moreno calling balls and strikes behind the dish. Reggie Liggins is at first and John Sevier at third. The 1-0 from the former big leaguer. Lifting up the hands is Robinson. Takes up for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes.
Former big leaguer to former big leaguer right here. Trayvon Robinson played for the Mariners for 2 seasons, 2011-2012.
The 2-0. This one is fouled off to the left side, 2 balls and 1 strike.
He was actually in left field behind Feliz Fernandez's perfect game in 2012 against the Rays.
No kidding. I don't know who's nervous more, the pitcher or the fielders. I don't want the ball hit to me in a perfect game. This one is a strike at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second. No score here so far. Robinson spent some time with the Somerset Patriots before joining these Barnstormers. Fouls this one off. Grew up in Los Angeles in the tough neighborhood of Crenshaw, and he was part of that baseball rejuvenating baseball in inner cities. They called it the RBI program, and that program really helped guys like Robinson. So it does work. The 2-2. This one on the outside corner, strike 3, and Coleman 6 up, 6 down, 3rd K of the day, and there is 3 away. A strikeout to start, a strikeout to end. Sandwich between a ground out the 3rd. Middle of the 2nd, Skeeters and Barnstormers scoreless.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept salon in Sugarland, locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa, 281-980-5160, 281-980-5160.
Bottom of the 2nd, Skeeters went 1-2-3 in the 1st. Meted the order here for Sugarland, starting with Courtney Hawkins, who is just red hot in the cleanup spot tonight. Former 1st-round pick. 4, 5, and 6, Hawkins, Albert Cordero, and Dennis Phipps. Scoreless here in the bottom of the 2nd. No hits between either team so far. They'll set up inside here on Hawkins. This one is chop foul down the 3rd base side. Slow roller, no balls and 1 strike to count. Hawkins, last 8 games, 12 for 32, a .375 mark, his hottest streak of the year. 7 runs, 2 home runs, a double, 7 RBIs. Going the other way nicely for singles. Still has that massive power, 2nd in the league in home runs and RBIs, 11 home runs, 42 ribbies, now up to 246 overall. So one misses inside, 2 balls and a strike.
Used to batting in the 6 or 7 hole. But with the way he's been hitting the ball lately, he's definitely a good option in the cleanup spot.
The 2-1 here. This one misses inside. 3 balls and a strike. No base runners for either side. Hawkins trying to be the first. Open stance from the right side, deep in the box, fairly close to the plate. All set up inside. Good hitters count. The 3-1 fouled off as Hawkins, nice job, goes the other way with it again. That'll run the count full, however. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Albaladeo's ERA a little bit deceiving. In his first 2 starts of the season, he gave up 10 earned runs, but in his last 7 starts since, he has a 2.57 ERA.
Last 2 starts, 2 no decisions. Didn't get a lot of run support. He lost 3-1, 4-3. This one is hit to third. Slow roller charging it as Bortnick fires it to first. The throw to the foul side of first. Casey Hobson keeps his foot on the bag as he reaches into foul territory for out number 1. 4 up, 4 down for Albaladeo, and that'll bring in Albert Cordero. Skeeters switch hitting catcher, 294, 6 home runs, 25 RBIs. He was catching with Norris out of the lineup. Yes, left yesterday, late in the game. A little bit of a hammy. 1 out, none on, no score here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch to the switch hitting Cordero, batting here from the left side. That one was chopped over his head, but it goes to the right of home. No balls and 1 strike here on Albert.
So Cordero's first game back last night after being out for a little bit because he had some back pain. Derek Norris gets hurt, and that's exactly why they signed Josh Whistler, just in case, as that emergency catcher. So hopefully Cordero can stay healthy. You hope that back is okay.
The 0-1 is one swung and missed. No balls and 2 strikes to count. 1 out, none on. Again, no score here in the bottom of the 2nd. Skeeters leading this series 2-1 in an ever crucial 7-game match. Will pretty much decide the Freedom Division first half title for the most part. Should the Skeeters win, say, 4 and lose 3 in this series, then it would come down to the final series of the year for both of these teams. Final series of the first half. This one hit out to center field. Darian Sanford going back pedals and makes a nifty catch to his left. 5 up, 5 down for Albaladeo as both of these pitchers matching zeros. Dennis Phipps will step in. Phipps down to the 6th hole in a little bit of a slump. Still overall hitting very well. 290, 6 home runs and 18 RBIs for Phipps. Phipps' last 6 games, just 6 for 26, a 231 mark. Spent last year with the Texas Air Hogs in the American Association. At 314, 10 home runs, 58 RBIs in 86 games. This one's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. No score here in the bottom of the 2nd. Ira Liebman along with Will Scott. The 0-1, swung and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. So a good 80s movie yet today.
Really?
Yes, and 1 out.
Getting ready for 80s night tomorrow?
Oh, yes. You are going to have the plethora of 80s movie trivia questions coming your way. This one fouled into the screen.
I'm ready. I just saw My Cousin Vinny for the first time.
That was on.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
You might be surprised. I've seen more 80s movies than you think.
Well, just so you know, you have strike 1 against you because My Cousin Vinny was a 90s movie.
What?
Swing and a miss.
Are you? No, I'm looking it up. I don't believe you.
1992, I'm going to say.
I don't believe you.
Marissa Tomei won the Academy Award for that, amazingly.
And you're right, I'm wrong.
Oh, so close. We have some lovely door prizes for you, Will. This one is swung and missed, strike 3 as Phipps chases the ball outside, and much like Coleman, Albaladeo 6 up and 6 down has his 2nd straight 1-2-3 innings of these 2 teams. Keeps matching each other player by player and pitcher by pitcher. We are through 2, and we are still scoreless here at Constellation Field.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work, and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Top of the third, a scoreless game. So far, Coleman 6 up, 6 down like his counterpart. 7, 8, and 9, bottom of the order here in the top of the third. Grant Desmay, Carlos Garcia, and Tyler Bortnick. This one is skied right side. Chavez gives it a look, but that one back and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. That one just in front and into the crowd of the Skeeters dugout. The pitch was number 28 for Coleman. So far, 18 for strikes and 10 for balls. Righty-righty matchup here. They'll set up outside the 0-1. That's when a fastball catches the outside corner. And quickly 0-2 on Desmay. Coleman features a fastball, 88-91, a slider, a curve, a change, and even drops down sidearm sometimes. Did right there. This one low and away, 1-2. Tried to get him the chase. Shadows all the way across the infield. Only center fielder Anthony Jansanti and Courtney Hawkins in left in the sun. This one swung and missed. Strike 3, and he has struck out 3 of the last 4 batters. And that is the 4th K of the day. And there's one away, so 7 up and 7 down for Coleman.
Great off-speed pitch used by Coleman right there. Desmay didn't know what to do with it, just a big swing and a miss. Like you said, 3 of 4 retired, 3 of those strikeouts.
Switch hitting Carlos Garcia will step to the box. Batting here from the left side against the righty Coleman. 292, no home runs, and 9 RBIs for Garcia. This one swung and a miss, no balls and 1 strike, and Coleman's success. He's gotten out in front early.
Garcia was with the Royals organization in 2015 when they won the World Series.
Wow. That was a fun team to watch. The 0-1. That's when a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. They went the complete opposite of the Moneyball theory.
Yeah.
They stole bases, long counts that wore out pitchers, wore out the bullpen. They made great contacts, bunting, station to station. Went to 2 World Series, winning 1 of them. This one, a little number up the middle. Charging it is Rondon. Fires on the run, and this one is thrown away. So, yeah, they scored that initially.
Be very interested to see whether that's an error or a hit, because even if that throw would have been on the money with Garcia's speed, he probably would have beaten that throw out. I think this was going to be ruled an infield single.
No ruling as of yet. Either way, the first batter to reach for either side. That'll break up the string of 7 straight to start this one for Coleman. See, that one was trouble all the way. Just a slow dribbler past the left side of the mound, and Rondon had to really hurry the throw. Looks like this is going to be a tough decision as the official score has still not put anything on the board. And they're going to call it an E6. In steps Tyler Bortnick. There goes the runner. The throw down to second is in time. Wow. A throw. I didn't think it was going to get there in time, but a nice throw by Albert. And another caught stealing Barnstormer.
In this series, the Barnstormers have been caught stealing more than they have stole in, I should say. What an amazing throw right there from Cordero to get the speedy Garcia.
So he has now still faced the minimum 8. 2 outs, none on for Tyler Bortnick, who's having a heck of a series. Last night, 1 for 3 with a home run. The night before, a grand slam and 5 RBIs, although it was not a 5 RBI grand slam. That would be difficult. Also had a single in there. Then in game 1, he had an RBI single that drove in 2. So 8 RBIs in the first 3 games for the number 9 hitter. No balls and 2 strikes here to Bortnick. He has 208, 4 home runs now, 26 ribbies. So on low and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
His averages over the season, not great, like you said. In this series, he has just been on fire, not really got you expected to be on fire coming into the series.
This one way outside and off the mid of Cordero. Couldn't quite haul that one in, but nobody on, no need to worry. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count here. Scoreboard says 1 out, but trust me, there's 2. 37 pitches now for Coleman, 24 for strikes, so just about a 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio is where you want it. Looking for his 5th strikeout here. The 2-2. This one low and away. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Coleman gets the sign from Cordero. Cordero will set up on the outside corner. This one swung and tapped left side of the net. Nice backhanded stab by Coleman. Fires it to first in time. Great play by the pitcher, fielding his position extremely well. So despite the error, still no hits allowed by Coleman, and he has faced the minimum 9. We're in the middle of the 3rd. Skeeters and Barnstormers, still no score.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Skeeters are trying to break this scoreless tie as they send up the bottom of the order. So far, Jonathan Albaladeo 6 up and 6 down. Bottom of the order here in the bottom of the 3rd. Colin Walsh, Barrett Barnes, and Alvaro Rondon. The switch hitting Walsh batting here from the left side now up to 257. No home runs and 11 RBIs. It's one low and in. Ball 1-0. Walsh last 13 games hitting well. 12 for 39, a 308 mark. He's also walked 13 times in 13 games. This one is swung and hit into left field. That is going to fall in for a base hit, maybe more. It gets past Desmay up against the wall, and it's going to be a double here for Colin Walsh, the first hit of the game for either squad. And the Skeeters have a runner at second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, like you said, Ira, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Skeeters could easily be the 1, 2, 3 hitters on any other team in this league. Colin Walsh showing you why right there with the double of left field to get things started here in the 3rd inning.
Now, Barnes with plenty of speed, also some good pop. Would you bunt him here to get the first runner of the game?
I don't think
so. Nope.
After last night, Barnes has been really hitting the ball well since he was activated from the disabled list. I think you let him swing away right here.
Let's see what they decide to do. At worst, he needs to get the ball the right side to get Walsh to 3rd with only 1 away. First pitch from Albaladeo, and he is squaring, and he bunts through it for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. Now, this is one thing I don't understand with left fielders, even for Skeeter players. Now, Grant Desmay is looking right into the sun. If he moves up 2 feet, he's in the shade.
Yeah, I really don't understand that either.
I mean, you don't want to be too shallow, but another couple of feet not going to kill you, especially if it helps you see the ball better.
Even if he's over to the left a little bit more, he'd be in the shade.
Yep. This one is a little bit inside. 1 ball and 1 strike, and Barnes was not squaring there. Barnes, a former first-round draft pick out of Texas Tech. Nice to see him back in the lineup, and he has done very well since returning to the lineup. 6 for 19, a .316 mark. He's done it all. Double, triple, homer, 9 RBIs in 5 games since coming off the DL. This one misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike to count.
He's moved up. He was moved up to the leadoff spot last night. Did very well, and back toward the bottom of the order in this game.
And kind of deceiving numbers, 243 average overall, but he's got a .390 on-base percentage. Really doing a nice job of getting on, hence why he is back in that top spot for a little while yesterday. The 2-1. This one a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Mentioned a first-round pick drafted by the Pirates, 45th overall, so 2 former Pirate players going at it here in Al Baladeo and Barnes. Walsh leads off of second. Let's see where the catcher, Castile, sets up. He's going to set up inside. And the 2-2 here from the former big league right-hander as Walsh got way too far off second, and Al Baladeo looked him back. Walsh, one of those smart base runners. I mean, he's not going to steal 40 bases on you, but if you don't pay attention to him, big leaguer's got some baseball instincts.
Talking about on-base percentage with Barnes, he's been doing this for a while, putting up those high on-base percentages. This is a junior at Texas Tech. His last season with the Red Raiders, he had a .325 batting average, a .419 on-base percentage, and then a .465 on-base percentage in his freshman season.
2 balls and 2 strikes here on Barnes. See if they're going to set up inside again. They do. And this one swung in off the pitcher and goes to the second base side. That should be an easy hit for Barnes. They'll throw to third, but Walsh gets back, and you wonder if Al Baladeo is okay. The ball ricocheted off him, took his mid off, and ricocheted towards second. A big break for the Skeeters. First and third, and nobody out here for Alvaro Rondon.
Jared Benner, the trainer, is going to take a look at him. Ross Peoples also coming out to the mound.
While we have a moment, time for a little baseball IQ. Time for a little baseball 101. This day in baseball history brought to you by Texas State Technical College in Fort Bend County. Make your own history by earning your associate's degree at TSTC. Visit tstc.edu to learn more. On this date, June 28, 2007, with the third of his 5 hits in the Astros' 8-5 win over the Colorado Rockies at Minute Maid, Craig Biggio collects hit number 3,000, becoming the 27th major leaguer to reach the plateau and the 9th player to accomplish the feat playing for one team. The milestone is reached in the 7th inning with a single off Aaron Cook, but Houston's second baseman is thrown out trying to stretch it for a double. I believe he's the only guy in history to get thrown out after his 3,000th hit. There goes Barnes. This one is swung, a hit to the right side. Walsh will break for the plate. There'll only be one play at first. Walsh touches home, and the Skeeters take a 1-0 lead. Executed perfectly there on all ends.
Yeah, that was not a sharply hit ball to second base. Walsh able to come in and score easily. And that also moves Barnes into scoring position just with 1 out here, top of the order for the Skeeters.
Well, the Skeeters went scoring first, an impressive 29-9. I'll show you the contrary of that. When the opponent scores first, they're just 6-12. The Skeeters trying to take over first place for the first time since May 15th and trying to get closer to that Freedom Division first half title. Back to the top of the order with Anthony Jansanti. Anthony, what you would call, if you're learning Spanish, en fuego. I think somebody in this booth is learning Spanish, and it's not me. Correctamundo is not actually real Spanish.
That explains how I did on my test today.
How did you do on your Spanish?
Let's not talk about that.
Oh, poor Will. First pitch here is swung and a chop towards third. Barnes holds at second, and now he's going to break for third. The throw across the diamond is not in time. Barnes deked him the whole time he baited him. He was going forward, then backed up, and was just waiting for the third baseman, Bortnick, to throw, and as soon as he did, he took off. So another good, effective out for the Skeeters as a base runner advances. So on the ground out to second, that Rondon hit, Walsh scores, and the ground out here by Jansanti, Barrett Barnes goes to third. So 1 in, 2 outs, runner down at third, and that'll bring in the red-hot Matt Chavez, 5th in the league, and hitting at .333, 3 home runs, and 32 RBIs for Matt. Last 5 games, 8 for 23, a .348 mark. See if we can get a clutch 2-out hit here. This one, a off-speed pitch, right down the middle for strike one, no balls and 1 strike to count.
Going back to baseball history for a bit, cannot believe that was 11 years ago. I remember exactly where I was when that happened. My favorite Astro, Craig Biggio.
Where were you?
Historic day. It was actually at my grandma's in Lafayette, Louisiana.
They set him inside the 0-1. This one is shot foul off third. I think everybody has those moments where they remember where they were when it happened. Some good, some bad. No
Back
balls
then,
and 2 strikes.
We were able to get Astros games in Lafayette, but Fox Sports Southwest no longer carries the Astros. But luckily I was able to watch from Louisiana that night, and what a night it was. I'm never going to forget Willie Taveras, a former Astro, was the
former Skeeter.
Yeah, absolutely. Was throwing, was playing center field for the Rockies, and he threw Biggio out at second base.
The 0-2. This one is hit down the right side.
If I ever meet Willie Taveras, I'm going to give him a hard time about that. Like, why'd you throw my guy out at second, man? Come on, let him have his moment. Astros went on to win that game in extra innings. Carlos Lee coming up with a walk-off hit.
El Caballo.
Yeah, there we go.
Please tell me in Spanish you know what that means.
Horse, right?
There we go.
Yes, let's go.
All right, he's getting better towards his test. The 0-2 from Al Baladeo. This one high and tight. A little limbo there by Chavez. Backs off the plate, drops his bat, and stumbles backwards. 1 ball and 2 strikes to number 16, Matt Chavez. Now all the infielders, except for the center fielder, Darian Sanford, in the shade. Sanford shading to the left of second and center. Skeeters leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Runner on third in Barrett Barnes, 1 and 2 with 2 down here to Matt Chavez. This one swung a hit towards second. This should do it. Noel has it. He'll throw it to first. 4-3 in the putout, and that'll do it. But the Skeeters strike first, much like the Empire. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. A third of the way through, end of the third inning. Skeeters take the first lead of the game. They're up 1-0 over the Barnstormers.
Want to watch a Skeeters game in style? We have just what you need. Our game day suites are ideal for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, networking, and even celebrating personal milestones. Let us make it easy for you. Suite rentals come with food and soft drinks, parking privileges, and even access to our Insperity Club. Drinking packages are also available. To plan your event, call us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Top of the 4th inning. Skeeters have their first lead of the game, and as I expect the Skeeters to hold the lead, I also expect my partner to give me the lead back like a good relief pitcher to the setup man. To take you through the next few and to will his way through the next few is our own Will Scott. Will, it's all yours, sir.
Well, I'll try to get the lead back for you.
Better.
I won't disappoint.
I hope not. Spanish test was already disappointing.
Leadoff hitter Darian Sanford up, and he lays down a bunt right to Coleman, who flips it to first base to Chavez for the first out of this inning, and it was a quick one. Sanford tried to catch the Skeeters off guard, but what a job by Casey Coleman getting over and making that play.
Well, any good bunter, if you can get it past the pitcher, especially with his blazing speed, you have the bunt. That was the only chance for them to get Coleman in. Coleman just backhands that, just had enough room to reach out, flip it to first.
Well, Kibitz at third and Chavez at first were both playing in, so they were ready for Sanford to potentially lay down a bunt. The last time Rico Noel was up, they also played in, so let's see what they do this time with the two-hole hitter and second baseman Noel coming into bat here. Kibitz playing in a little bit. Chavez way to the left of first base.
Exactly 40 pitches for Coleman, 26 of them for strikes.
Noel looked at a first pitch ball from Casey Coleman. Here comes pitch 41. In there for a strike, 1-1 count to Rico Noel, played for your New York Yankees, Ira.
Yes, indeed, as did his starting pitcher, Al Baladeo.
1 ball, 1 strike, and that was upstairs to Noel. He also spent 5 seasons in the San Diego organization. Then played in the Yankees organization, got the call up, even though he hit .059 in AAA.
Also played for your Astros at AAA Fresno last year.
Swung on and missed right there, going down to his knees.
Quite a well-traveled year last year. He started at AA Corpus Christi, then Fresno, and then the Leon Braves in the Mexican League, and then the Barnstormers. So well-used passport.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and Coleman just misses outside on that 2-2 pitch. Payoff pitch upcoming to Noel, who you mentioned last night thought he might have been called up for the postseason last year with the Astros, but he did not. Would have gotten a World Series ring.
305 career steals.
That is skied in the infield. Rondon calling it. Coming in and making the catch is a Skeeter shortstop. So 2 outs. Casey Coleman has still faced the minimum. Skeeters on top 1-0 in Game 4 of this 7-game series, with a chance to take the lead in the Freedom Division with just 6 games remaining after tonight.
Galen, actually, who's batting here, played for Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic.
And able to, well, he hits that one right at Chavez. Nice play by the Skeeters first baseman, who steps on the bag for out number 3. So 9 up, 9 down from Casey Coleman. Middle of the 4th inning, Skeeters on top 1-0.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters Baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Sugar Land, and Kyle Kibitza, Courtney Hawkins, and Albert Cordero. Sugar Land leading 1-0 over Lancaster as we begin action in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Kyle Kibitza steps in. He grounded out his first time up to the first baseman. First pitch on the way, and that one is hit into left field. Backtracking and making the catch is Grant Desmay for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Albadeo. That brings in Courtney Hawkins serving as the cleanup hitter tonight. Do you think, Ira, that he could be eventually the permanent cleanup hitter on this team, just the power that he has?
I think if he stays the cleanup hitter, he's going to be hitting so well that he's going to get picked up. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's a good theory.
But he's up to 246 now. He is 7th in the league in slugging percentage at .472, second in home runs and RBIs.
Former first-round pick by the White Sox. And first pitch is swung on, hit into left field once again. Desmay coming in. He's not going to be able to make the catch. So Courtney Hawkins gets aboard with a 1-out single here in the 4th inning.
That's the most impressive part of this run by Hawkins. Not all home runs and doubles down the line. It's lots of singles going the other way with the ball and showing he can be a better all-around player. And that's what scouts want to see. And he's still young. He's the youngest guy on this team, just 24 years old.
Albert Cordero, a guy that has become a fan favorite here in Sugar Land in his 3rd season. Batting .294 on the year. His average has gone down. He was in the 380s for a while. He flew out his first time up. First pitch to him on the way and then swung on and missed. Well, you know, Hawkins, and I mentioned this on the broadcast 2 nights ago, the last game of the homestand against the Road Warriors, they were working on inside pitches and just inside pitches in batting practice, and I found that really interesting. But
as a power hitter, that's how you got to just keep jamming him inside so he can extend his arms. And if you can't do that anymore to him, it opens up a whole new world.
0-1 to Cordero. That's outside. Well, in the 8 games since then, he's hitting .375, so him and Juice were doing something right.
Juice knows what he's doing.
The third base coach for Sugar Land, who you said milked a cow or something?
Yeah, Lancaster, which is, you know, kind of cow country and near the land of chocolate and Hershey. Probably why Hershey made their home in that area, all the cows and the milk. He was a ag and something an ag night, and they had a milk off, I guess you'd call it. It was one of the Barnstormers players, and Juice was the Skeeter representative.
Cordero chases at the outside pitches. Foul tip will be strike 3. Albaladeo's second strikeout of the game, first since the 2nd inning.
Farm and ag night, that's what it was. But of course, I think it was fixed. Juice did a pretty good job, but
so we're talking about Jan Santi would normally probably be the guy to do that. Juice, I would say.
Jan Santi's from Connecticut, but apparently that Juice went to a boarding school, and that was some of the things that they learned.
Really?
Yep.
I'm a Texas guy, and I still have not milked a cow, believe it or not. Dennis Phipps steps in, serving as the DH tonight for Sugar Land. He struck out his first time up and swings and misses at the offering from Albaladeo.
How about Syracuse taking cow milking 101?
You know, Syracuse, a lot of people think Syracuse like right outside New York City. It is not. It is upstate New York.
Now you're finally learning that everything is not just outside of New York City. It's about a 9-hour drive from New York City to your hometown there in Syracuse.
Well, you know, it's interesting because right outside of Syracuse, it is farm country for sure. And there's snow on the ground 9 months. I'm like, how can people, you know, have farms up here?
You know, a class you might want to take is calcium anthropology.
No thanks.
It's pretty good if you know what it's about.
Math is, if I think math is too hard, I don't think cow anthropology or whatever.
Calcium anthropology.
Excuse me, calcium anthropology.
It's actually the study of milkmen.
Milkmen? My goodness. Well, you know, they got all these interesting classes in college nowadays. Like, I thought about taking a salsa class next semester.
The dipping sauce?
No, like, you know, Salsa dancing. There goes the runner, Courtney Hawkins. He would have gotten there easily. A little hit and run going on there with Phipps. Hawkins will head back to first base.
I think you better stick to dipping chips in salsa rather than taking a dancing class.
Well, hey.
I've seen you dancing. It's a sight. I don't know if it morphs into salsa, but it's something else.
You have complimented my dance moves in the press box.
Yeah, but those were normal, you know.
Well, then I got to step it up a notch and take a salsa class.
Salsa's a whole nother level. It's going up to the big leagues.
You gotta put in work. Earn the call up.
You put in work with math and have gotten nowhere, and your Spanish is really off to a
I
slow
have an
start.
A in my Spanish class. Thank you very much. Maybe not after today, but 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way to Phipps. And he just misses outside. Payoff pitch upcoming.
Just remember, you can go from batting 300 to 200 like that. So
I gotta stay consistent.
Well, it doesn't sound like you were very consistent today in your class.
We'll see. I haven't gotten the grade yet. Skeeters on top, 1-0. Runner on first base and Hawkins with 2 outs. The pitch on the way to Dennis Phipps. There goes Hawkins. Phipps swings at it. Hit right into center field. Sanford getting under it and making the catch. So through 4 innings, Sugar Land on top 1-0 in a pitching duel between Albadeo and Coleman. We'll be right back.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Welcome back. In steps Ryan Castile, the catcher. Here as we start the 5th inning, Sugar Land on top, 1-0. First pitch on the way from Coleman, who has faced the minimum through 4 innings, 12 up, 12 down. Trying to make it 13 up, 13 down against Castile. The 1-0. And that hits the outside corner for a strike. Castile, the catcher tonight, currently in an 0 for 12 slump. And he hits that one to the third baseman, Kubica, who drops it, picks it up, throws it to first for an out. Nice play by Kubica, staying with that ball and throwing over to Chavez for the first out here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, when you have a great arm like Kubica, you don't have to panic. You know you still have plenty of time from third to get it over across, and he got it there in plenty of time. He got Castile by almost 3 steps.
In steps Casey Hobson, the first baseman, who grounded out his first time up to Kubica. Hobson just batting 175 on the season. He looks at ball 1 from Casey Coleman. Sugar Land 1 run on 3 hits. Barnstormers no runs on no hits thus far. Casey Hobson ahead in the count versus Coleman. 2 balls, no strikes. The windup and the pitch. paints the outside corner. 2-1 count to Casey Hobson.
I started telling you the story last night of KC, where he got that from. Well, his dad, Butch Hobson, his real name is Clell, so he gets the K from his mom and the C from his dad, so
Very
KC Hobson.
You see a lot of players, or just people in general, named after their mom or dad. He's named after both. And as he looks at strike two. 22 strikeouts in Hobson's 15 games this year. The 2017 Atlantic League All-Star still looking for some productivity in his 2018 season.
Well, he was actually a pretty good player all the way back to high school. He was actually a high school All-American.
Wow.
Was an Atlantic League All-Star in 2016.
Spent 7 seasons with the Blue Jays organization, reaching Double-A. Hits that one to right field. And Barrett Barnes doesn't even have to move a muscle as he makes the catch in right field for out number 2. That brings up the designated hitter, Trayvon Robinson. Last 10 games batting .297. In this series, he is 1 for 6. Didn't play last night. He is one of the speedsters for this Barnstormer team. 7 stolen bases on the season for Robinson. And he looks at that one for a ball maybe just a little bit upstairs from Casey Coleman, who has been masterful thus far tonight. The 1-0 is looked at for a strike right over the plate on the off-speed pitch. Robinson has struck out 8 times in his last 5 games. Chops that one foul down the right side. His last affiliate action came in 2015 with AAA Reno in the Arizona organization, where he hit .276 in 36 games. After being released, he has been in the Atlantic League ever since. He's been part of 2016 with Somerset before joining Lancaster. The 1-2 delivery from Casey Coleman. Strike 3. Casey Coleman through 5 innings has faced the minimum and has no-hit the Barnstormers. And for the second time in this series, a Skeeters pitcher has carried a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Middle of the 5th, Sugar Land on top, 1-0.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Bottom of the order due up for Sugar Land, but don't let that fool you. This Skeeters team can hit from top to bottom. Colin Walsh, the second baseman, steps in. He doubled his first time up. First pitch on the way to Walsh, and that is driven into right field. Will it stay fair? It will not. Hooks foul.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much, a few inches down the right field line. Otherwise, that's another double for Walsh.
Al Baladeo has pitched very well, but currently on the wrong end of a 1-0 game. Skeeters 1 run on 3 hits. Walsh looks at a ball.
Sometimes it is about luck. He won 1-0 4 starts ago, picked up the win 7 shutout innings, and he won 6-3, lost 4-3 and 3-1.
Colin Walsh looks at a strike over the outside corner, down in the count 1-2. Let's see where the catcher Ryan Castile sets up right here. Gonna set up maybe a little bit inside on Walsh, swings and misses at the pitch down low. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game from Al Baladeo. That will bring up Barrett Barnes, the 8-hole hitter and right fielder tonight for Sugar Land. .243, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. Was on the disabled list for a couple weeks. Returned on Saturday and has been, like Ira said, in fuego since. Did you say that about Barnes or Jansanti? I guess both. Both have been really, really good.
It was Jansanti.
Okay. But Barnes has been in fuego too.
In fuego dos.
Yeah, there we go.
Actually,
showing off your Spanish
technically
skills.
in fuego tambien also. That type of also.
That's correct. Barnes down in the count 0-2. Wind has died down a little bit, still blowing in from right center. Barnes looks at a ball right there from Al Baladeo. Since coming off the DL, Barnes is hitting .316, as Ira mentioned earlier. In this series, he is 4 for 12. Austin High School graduate, who was ranked as the 9th best prospect in the Pirates organization in 2013. He skies that one. It appears that the catcher Ryan Castile has a play on it. Actually going to be the first baseman coming in, Casey Hobson, making the catch right in front of Barnes.
He almost tripped over Barnes and the bat.
That will bring up the 9-hole hitter, Alvaro Rondon. Now we saw Jansanti moved up. Were you a little bit surprised that we didn't see Rondon moved up with Jansanti, because those two have hit back-to-back pretty much the whole season?
No, Rondon, if you don't have Jansanti down there or Barnes, really the ideal number 9 hitter. Plus you get an extra leadoff hitter after the lineup turns over. He's already got himself an RBI. He's driven in the only run of the game.
On the fielder's choice.
I mean, 19 RBIs, actually 20 now with his RBI tonight in mostly the number 9 hole all year. I mean, that's still pretty impressive, especially with a guy with no home runs.
He looks at a ball way inside right there. Last affiliate action was in 2015 for Rondon in the Diamondbacks organization. He hit .313 in 47 games in the rookie league that season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tries to lay down a bunt. It's a good one. This is going to be a close play at first base. There's not even a throw. Rondon with the perfect bunt. Rico Newell knew he had no chance. So Rondon able to get a bunt single right there to keep this inning alive for Sugar Land.
Well, Skeeters are doing everything the Barnstormers usually do. They're stealing, they're bunting, and we saw Darian Sanford try to do that, almost successful, but Rondon did one better, got it past the pitcher, and as soon as it got past the pitcher, that was an easy hit for Rondon.
To the top of the order now for Sugar Land, Anthony Jansanti, 0 for 2 tonight. Will step in with 2 outs. Skeeters on top 1-0.
You can bet Rondon's going to go here after bunting himself on with 2 down.
Let's see if he does go. Throw back over to first. I think
Al Baladeo knows
heard
it.
you.
He knows it.
Rondon did not have a huge lead, but was leaning towards second base.
He always does that kind of lean. I don't know how he gets back in time. His body's actually turned partially about quarter of the way towards second, and that's standard for him.
Pretty big gap in right field if Jansanti can go oppo right here. He goes to left field, though, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Rondon will stop at second base, and Jansanti on the first pitch takes it to left field for a single. So 2 runners on now for Sugar Land with 2 outs. And in steps their leader in batting average, Matt Chavez. And he is the guy you want up here with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Albaladeo taking his time right here.
Currently at 62 pitches, 43 of them for strikes.
Matt Chavez is 4 for 15 in this series against the Barnstormers, hitting .309 in his last 10 games. Skeeters trying to extend the lead for their pitcher, Casey Coleman. Keeping close watch on Rondon. He threatens to steal as Chavez chops that one foul down the left side.
Heads up by Jansanti at first. He saw Rondon starting, so he started. And when he stopped as well.
Yeah, it looked like Rondon was going, and then when that ball was being thrown toward home plate, just put on the brakes, went back to second base.
You could make the argument here with a base hit, it would score 2 after a double steal, but both of these guys would also score on a extra base hit. I don't know if you want to get the 3rd out being thrown out here.
Albaladeo keeping close watch at Rondon.
And we talk about how big Felipe Paulino is. Paulino 6'3", 270. Albaladeo 6'5", 270.
Skeeters have executed a double steal in this series before with Jansanti at first. Chavez now down in the count 0-2. Skeeters 1 run on 5 hits. Lancaster no runs on no hits here in the 5th inning. Sugar Land looking to extend their lead in a game where they could take back first place for the first time since May 15th. Chavez awaits the pitch from Albaladeo. And it's a ball down low. Rondon heads back to second base.
Take a quick look at the scoreboard. Well, around the Atlantic League, Road Warriors leading 3-1 over Southern Maryland, top of the 9th. York leading the Ducks 10-7, top of the 7th. The Bees are leading the Patriots 7-1. Skeeters leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Wind starting to pick up a little bit, blowing in from left center field now. See what Chavez can do here on the 1-2 count. 2 runners on. Skeeters leading 1-0. The pitch, and that's down low. Chavez stays alive. And Chavez, he's a guy that, is a really patient hitter. He's not going to swing in situations like that when he's, down in the count. He knows what's coming. Skeeters fans getting loud here at Constellation Field, hoping their team can tack on some runs here in the 5th inning.
Just one of those games that has the making of a 1-0 game, and if you relinquish that lead, it's a game you could lose. So a very important run and important to get some insurance.
Need to take advantage of this opportunity. The wind-up and the pitch just missed outside.
See, now it really pays off them not trying for the double steal because they're going on this pitch, and maybe even a long single could score both of them.
Payoff pitch upcoming to Chavez. Jansanti at first base, Rondon at second. Both have tremendous speed. Payoff pitch from Albaladeo to Chavez. We'll have to wait. You don't think they double steal? Well,
No, they're both going to be moving with the 3-2 pitch and 2 outs. Albaladeo just trying to keep them close in case there is an extra base hit or even a single. Have a shot at the plate.
There they go. And the ball is hit into left field. It will be in there for a base hit. Rounding third, Rondon, he scores. Jansanti is safe at third base, and Matt Chavez with a huge RBI single. Skeeters on top, 2-0.
Big gamble by Jansanti. Rondon would have scored regardless if Jansanti had been thrown out at third, but going first to third on a ball hit into left field. Made it close, but he got in there with a nifty headfirst slide to the inside part of the third base bag.
In steps Kyle Kubica. Runners on the corners. Jansanti at third. Matt Chavez, who just drove in Rondon, is at first base. Kubica 0 for 2 thus far tonight with a flyout and a ground out. Skeeters can still tack on some more runs here. And he swings at the first pitch. That is foul down the left side. Kubica in the 3-hole tonight. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he's hot. He's a great contact guy, and if he's swinging the bat well, I think he's a terrific ideal number 3 hitter. He's not an ideal number 3-hole hitter. I mean, Matt Chavez has been that guy most of the year, but Chavez is great in this number 2 spot. I like it a lot.
Kubica waits the 0-1 pitch, and he takes that one into center field. Running back and making the catch is Sanford at the warning track. Brings it down, but not before the Skeeters get a run on the board here in the 5th inning. After the 5th, Skeeters on top, 2-0.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music in a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Casey Coleman has been brilliant through 5 innings. He's out there to pitch the 6th, and let's throw it back to the voice of the Sugar Land Skeeters, Ira Liebman.
Thanks, Will. Said you'd give me a lead back, and you delivered. 1-0, the Skeeters in front here. It'll be the bottom of the order here in the top of the 6th for Lancaster, Grant Desmay, Carlos Garcia, and Tyler Bortnick. And tomorrow, a big night here at Constellation Field. The Spasmatics are here, the great 80s band. If you haven't gotten tickets, get them now, 281-240-HITS, or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com. First pitch is fouled off to the right side. No balls and 1 strike to count. Desmay struck out in his only plate appearance. Skeeters 2 runs on 6 hits. They have committed 1 error. No runs, no hits, no E's for the Barnstormers. The 0-1. This one swung, and there's the first hit of the ball game. It's a left center field. Might be more. Jansanti gets to it quickly. Desmay, a big turn at first. A 1 on, none out for Carlos Garcia. Garcia reached on an error by Alvaro Rondon. Garcia, 292, no home runs and 9 RBIs. A switch hit will bat here from the left side. Take a look at the pitch count here on Coleman, just 62 pitches here in the 6th.
And what a job by this Sugar Land Skeeters pitching staff this series. You know, you got Beeler and Coleman, first 5 innings of no-hit baseball. And then, of course, Russell, 7 scoreless innings last night.
This one is skied left side. That one back over the Barnstormers dugout. No balls and 1 strike to count.
Carlos Garcia in his last 12 games just batting .216, but in his first 24 games, Ira, he was hitting .368.
Got to come down to earth sooner or later, I suppose.
He's 3 for 10 in this series.
No balls and 1 strike to count here on the switch hitting shortstop. They'll set up outside. And the 0-1, a strike on the outside corner. Coleman ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to count.
Look for Lancaster to be really aggressive on the base pads right now. Down 2-0, trying to get back in this game. Desmay had a pretty good lead at first base. He's got 2 stolen bases in 15 games this season.
Coleman peeks over his left shoulder at Desmay. And that time called. I believe that was on Garcia, the hitter. Skeeters trying to take a 3-1 lead in this 7-game series. The 0-2 by the Skeeters righty is right down the middle for strike 3. That is the 6th K of the day, and there's 1 away. A 1 on and 1 out here for Tyler Bortnick, who has had himself a series and a half.
He has more RBIs in this series, Ira, in the past 3 games than he did in his previous 26 games combined.
8 RBIs in this series. This one is a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count. Skeeters up 2-0 here in the top half of the 6th. Mentioned earlier, the Skeeters are 29-1 when leading after the 6th. Now Coleman can get through the 6th here. Gives the Skeeters a terrific shot at a victory. Throw to first, just getting back. Man, that was close at first. Desmay almost gets caught napping there.
Bortnick is from Mentor, Ohio, ranked as the 37th best place to live in America.
A lot of mentoring, apparently.
It's home to the longest public swimming beach in Ohio.
The 0-1. I don't even know what that really means.
I didn't either, but hey, they got the longest public swimming beach in the state of Ohio.
Basically, all beaches are public, and you can pretty much swim forever. It's the coasts. Isn't the coast of South America?
I saw in the CNN article.
All right. Longest public swimming beach. I'm going to have that verified. I'd like the challenge. There goes the runner. This one swung and hit high in the air to left field. Hawkins is there near the corner. He'll bring it down in fair territory. Hustling back to first is Desmay, and there's 2 down. Back to the top of the order with Darian Sanford. The speedy switch hitter will bat here from the left side against Casey Coleman. Coleman now at 67 pitches here. Sanford has struck out and grounded out. Tried to bunt one past Coleman, who made a nifty backhand play to the right side of the mound and threw him out. And as long as he gets the ball down and a couple of bounces, batting here from the left side as a switch hitter, Sanford has a chance to reach first almost every time. There's one, a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. You can't say the Skeeters have kept Sanford off base, but they have kept him from stealing. I believe he only has 1 steal in this whole series.
He's been caught stealing and picked off. You know, normally when he gets on base, you know, that's pretty much an automatic stolen base for him. The Skeeters have done a good job of making sure he doesn't swipe a bag.
Next pitch by Coleman will be pitch number 70 here in the 6th inning. The 0-1 from the Skeeters' right hand. The throw down to first is scooped out by Chavez. Good throw by Cordero, but just a little low into the right of the bag. Good throw could have had Desmond. One ball, one strike. 1 on, 2 down. Skeeters leading 2-0 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Coleman now at 70 pitches, 46 for strikes, 24 for balls. See where Cordero sets up. He's going to set up inside. And the 1-1 low and in. 2 balls and a strike.
We're going to try to keep our audience updated on the College World Series. 8th inning right now. Oregon State on top of Arkansas 4-0. So they look to close that one out.
Was that 6 outs away?
6 outs away.
Wow.
Arkansas was 1 out away from their first national championship ever last night.
That's a shame. This one is grounded towards second. This should do it. Walsh will go to first. 4-3 in the putout. And 6 strong from Coleman. 6 shutout innings. And remember, the Skeeters 29-1 when leading after 6. 2/3 of the way through, Skeeters still leading 1-0 here over the Barnstormers.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hi, I'm Ira Leben, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
We are La Casina.
Go Skeeters!
Bottom of the 6th inning, Skeeters are trying to add to their 2-0 lead here. Sugarland here in the bottom of the 6th will have the meat of the order. 4, 5, and 6. Courtney Hawkins, Albert Cordero, and Dennis Phipps. Hawkins is grounded at the 3rd and singled. He is 1 for 2. First pitch is hammered right into the ground. Actually, they got a piece of Hawkins' foot. He was limping around trying to walk that one off. Ouch. Well, tomorrow, Skeeters Game of the Week will be on 96.1 FM, Sugarland's only radio station, and the new home of the Sugarland Skeeters. Listen to the Friday Night Game of the Week each and every Friday, both at home and on the road for the entire 2018 season. 96.1 FM and the Skeeters. It doesn't get any sweeter. We'll take a look at the foot of Hawkins. Skeeters trainer Max Mahaffey and manager Pete Incaviglia. Albert Cordero trying to put some pressure on it. There's not much you can do. I mean, we'll probably take a good 10 minutes to completely walk it off, and you really only have a couple minutes to recover in the box.
Yeah, he's going to be okay.
Al Baladeo at 71 pitches, so both Al Baladeo and Coleman have been matching pitches all night, but Coleman and the Skeeters have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1 here to Hawkins. Swung and chop. Foul. Did that hit the same foot? Like it hit the instep of the same
like,
foot.
have you seen the Scott Sterling video?
I have not.
You have not? You'll have to look it up. But it's a viral video of a soccer player getting hit in the face like 10 straight times.
How did that happen?
Well,
was that a one shot, or is it 10 highlights?
Fiction film.
Is it like the Geico commercial where the guy's sliding for like 50 yards? Could happen. If he greased up the field.
Well, Stephen Piscotty, I don't know if you saw that video last year. He took one to the face like 3 straight times.
The 0-2 low and away, 1-2.
He got hit in the helmet, got to first base. He stole second base, got hit in the face when he stole second base, came home, got hit in the head when he got home.
Concussion protocol.
He actually was out 4 games.
Yikes. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Hawkins. Hawkins has grounded to third and single. Came in 246, 11 home runs and 42 RBIs. The 2-2 curveball stays a little bit high and inside. That'll run the count full 3-2.
Not sure what was wrong with that pitch. Perhaps a bit inside like you said, but luckily for Hawkins, he stays alive in the at-bat.
Now 75 pitches for Al Baladeo, exactly 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio, 50 strikes, 25 balls. This one hit high in the air and deep. This could go back to the track, to the wall, and he got it all. The 12th home run of the year for Hawkins. That ties him for the league lead with the Barnstormers' Blake Galen, and Sugar Land gets some insurance. They're up 3-0.
Yeah, I think he's okay. After getting hit in the foot, Courtney Hawkins taking one deep to left field, and he's gaining ground on Blake Galen. Did he just tie him of the lead?
That was our Texas Farm Bureau insurance run of the game. Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeter games on Sunday. Just show proof of your current membership at the Skeeters ticket office, and you can get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game. Visit your local agent to become a member today. Well, that'll bring in Albert Cordero, who fly to center and struck out. He is 0 for 2. This one swung a slow roll. It's to second. Backhanded by Rico Noel. Flips it to first, and there's one down.
That was Courtney Hawkins' 12th home run of the season. He now ties Blake Galen for the Atlantic League lead.
Dennis Phipps will step in. He struck out and flied it to center. He's 0 for 2. A chink in the armor of Al Baladeo. Really, this kid's got an RBI single and a ground out against him to get the 2 runs, but allows the big blast to Hawkins here. This one swung on and fouled down the right side. That'll make the seats. No balls and 1 strike to count here on Phipps. Skeeters 3 runs on 7 hits. They have committed 1 error. No runs, 1 hit, and no ease for the Barnstormers. The 0-1. Swung and dribbled foul back to the right of home. No balls and 2 strikes to count.
Phipps last appeared at affiliated level in 2014 with AAA Charlotte, Chicago White Sox organization.
This one is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Hawkins' career high in home runs is 19, which he's done twice in both 2013 and 2014 with Winston-Salem. Well ahead of that pace. He's also hit 12 home runs, now 3 times in his career. The 1-2. This one low and away. Backhanded on a short up by catcher Ryan Castile. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good to see Phipps laying off that one because he's been chasing it a lot of outside pitches lately. 14 strikeouts in the last 10 games for Phipps.
I'll set up inside the 2-2. Swollen and a slow roll to the third. Charging it is Bortnick. He'll throw it to first. Gets Phipps easily. 5-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. A run in here, and the home run by Hawkins. Skeeters leading 3-0. 2 outs, none on for Colin Walsh. Walsh has one of the Skeeters' 7 hits. He doubled to start off the third. Eventually came out to score on the Rondon ground out. He's also struck out. He's 1 for 2. A switch hitter batting here from the left side against right-hander and former big leaguer Jonathan Al Baladeo. First pitch to Walsh. Fastball down the middle, strike one. No balls and one strike to count. Skeeters leading 3-0, trying to take a 3-1 lead in this 7-game set. This one is chopped to second. Noel knocks it down, throws it, and that'll do it. So after the leadoff home run, Al Baladeo gets 3 ground ball outs, but the 12th home run of the year by Hawkins gives the Skeeters a 3-0 lead. 2/3 of the way through, end of the 6th inning. Skeeters leading 3-0.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hi, I'm Ira Lehman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters Baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
We are La Casina.
Los Skeeters.
Casey Coleman cruising so far 6 shutout innings. He has a 3-0 lead. He will face 2, 3, and 4. Rico Noel, Blake Galen, and Ryan Castile. Noel has grounded out the third and popped out to short. He's 0 for 2. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 E for the Skeeters. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the Barnstormers. Noel third in the league in hitting, open stats from the right side. And Coleman kind of dropped down sidearm there, which he does once in a while. Strike on Noel. No balls and 1 strike to count. They're going to set up outside. The 0-1 from the former big leaguer, high and outside. That's the first time I've seen him overthrow a bit. Perhaps fatigue setting in. Nobody throwing yet, but Josh Whistler looks like he is getting ready, and there's a pitcher ready to throw. Probably just in case.
Oregon State has won the 2018 Baseball National Championship.
It's got to be brutal being 1 out away.
1 strike away.
Yeah.
On a pop fly in foul territory. Looked like Arkansas had that last night.
Granted, it was a brutal fly. It wasn't just right there and he just butchered it. 3 guys converged. They just couldn't catch up to it. It's something you will never forget, thinking a million times how you could have gotten to that ball. This one is chopped towards third, foul.
It's just so hard to mentally recover from that as a team, though. You know, being that close, you know, as a pitcher, you see that ball hit, you know, in foul territory, going to be playable. You think you just won the national championship.
Yep.
Then having to come back from that, you lose in the 9th inning yesterday. You have to come back and play another game today. I knew Arkansas had no chance, and they lost 5-0.
I'm going to ask Ranger fans, they were 1 strike away twice.
Exactly.
If they lost that game, never recovered, really were mentally out in Game 7. That's one outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, it's a little bit different with basketball where, you know, in the NBA Finals you have 2 or 3 days to mentally recover from a tough loss.
That's true.
For football, you know, if you're out, you're out. But for baseball, I mean, you got to come back and recover the next day.
It's one low and away, ball 4. The first walk issued here by Coleman. There might be some initial signs of fatigue. Walks the leadoff man here. Blake Galen, the left-hand hitting right fielder, will step in. Couple guys stretching in the Skeeters' pen, so somebody will probably start throwing shortly here. Coleman, next pitch will be pitch number 80, so he's getting up there. He has thrown 98 pitches in a game, twice Not last start, but the previous two, exactly 98. Last time out, 85. So he has thrown more than the 80 pitches he is about to reach. Throws over to first. Noel gets back. And Noel with plenty of speed. 25 steals, second in the league, but I don't think he'd be going down here 3-0 with nobody out. It's one high and outside. 1-0, and just because you have the weapon doesn't mean you use it. You got to steal at the appropriate times, even if you're amongst the top two.
I think it makes a lot of sense right now, though. They're trying to get back in this game. Got to be aggressive on the base paths, but they are down 3-0. So you definitely want to keep base runners on.
Swan is outside, 2 balls and no strikes to count.
And Noel, a guy that has legit 80 speed on a 20/80 scouting scale. Over his career has an 82% success rate, 444 stolen bases, only been caught 95 times.
Must have 1,000 career steals between Noel, Sanford, and Galen. There goes Noel. What a jump he got. They'll never get him. Throw high anyway. That'd be the 26th steal this season for Noel.
Yeah, not a great throw. Wouldn't have mattered. Noel had a great jump. Head first. I don't think he needed to go head first, but like I said, he's got tremendous speed and just stole his 448th career base.
I guess he's got an outside shot at 500 this year. It'll take a lot of steals. You have to get about 75 stolen
The way
bases.
Lancaster's doing it, though, you never know. But in this series, the Skeeters have done a good job containing that.
That's also the 125th steal as a team for these Barnstormers.
So now, if you're the Barnstormers, you got a runner in scoring position for your best hitter.
2-1 pitch coming here to Galen. This one right down the middle. Good off-speed pitch by Coleman. 2-2.
Galen had his 16-game hitting streak broken up last night.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner down at second, Enrico Noel. Nobody out. Skeeters leading 3-0 here in the 7th. This one is hit down the right side, foul. Back and out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Skeeters 3 runs on 7 hits. Barnstormers no runs on just 1 lone hit, and that was last inning. The leadoff hitter, Grant Ismay. The 2-2. Swan a miss, strike 3. 7th K of the day, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, that's a huge strikeout for Coleman. Had Galen gotten on, I think he might have been pulled, or at least be close to being pulled. But what a great job right there against Galen, striking out their best hitter.
Well, last night, James Russell had 7 Ks in 7 innings, and now it is Casey Coleman with 7 strikeouts over 7 innings. He's done one better. Russell allowed 1 run over 7. He has not allowed a run yet, although there is a runner at second base and the speedy Rico Noel, who would be all assured to score on a single. First pitch fouled off, no balls and 1 strike to count. Ryan Castile is 0 for 2. He has struck out himself and grounded out to third. 86 pitches now for Coleman, 55 of them for strikes. There goes Noel, starts and stops, and this one hammered foul down the right side, and Coleman ahead of Castillo 0-2.
Interesting hit and run right there. Noel's speed, it wouldn't take much to get him home.
Right now and then you see the hit and run with no force. Personally, I'm against it. But he started and stopped. I don't think he was going to actually go. The 0-2 way outside. Cordero comes out of the crouch, snatches that one 1-2. And they're going to call a balk here on Coleman.
Oh, that's big. Now it's just going to take a sac fly to get Noel home and get the Barnstormers on the board here potentially.
I didn't see what Coleman did. Perhaps he never came set. But now a run can score here on a sac fly. 1-2 the count here. I think Castillo's confused. The scoreboard says 0-2. But it is, oh, they're taking it back. It is 0-2. See if Cordero sets up a way. He does. This one low and away, gets behind Cordero, but only about a foot. Couldn't find it initially, but jumped on it quickly. 1-2. Coleman approaching 90 pitches now at 88. Skeeters leading 3-0. They got a run in the third, a run in the fifth, and in the sixth. Coleman a long pause. The 1-2. Swung in, foul back. Castile hanging in there. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Strikeout would be huge, would prevent the chance for Noel to score. If it's hit to the right side or hit anywhere in the outfield, Noel would likely get home.
1 ball and 2 strikes here from Coleman. Coleman a longer look in. This will be pitch number 90 from Casey. That's one low and away, 2-2. Tomorrow, the best pitcher for the Barnstormers, Nate Reed, will go. The lefty 6-1 with a 3.32 ERA against Skeeters southpaw Ben Grissett. 2-2 with a 4.93 ERA. So this a crucial game for the Skeeters to hang on here. Up 3-0 here at the top of the 7th. The 2-2. Swung and fouled off again. This is some at bat here by Castile.
Continues to battle. He knows how much his team needs a run right here. The speedy Noel at third base.
See if Coleman goes back outside or maybe tries to tie him up with an inside fastball. They're going to set up away. This one low and away, 3-2. Well, you'd rather not bring the tying run to the plate in Casey Hobson, who's on deck. Hobson always has that power. Just 1 home run since joining the Barnstormers, but at 26 just a couple of years ago here in the Atlantic League and slightly over half her season. Payoff pitch, low and away, ball 4, and Hobson indeed will represent the tying run. So Coleman, who had not issued a walk through 6, walks 2 of the first 3 he faces here in the 7th. Here comes Pete and Cavilla. This may be all for Casey Coleman. Pete a very slow walk. Action just started in the Skeeters pen, so don't know. Pete usually comes out, he usually makes a move. We'll see if he does here or not. Skeeters have a southpaw warming up. I believe that is Craig Sitton. Can't see, there's a pole in my way. And perhaps Dan Runsler. I believe that's Sitton. We'll find out. And that is going to be all for Coleman. So Casey Coleman will not face Casey Hobson in the Battle of Casey's. What a job by Coleman. He goes 6 1/3. Allows just 1 hit. Strikes out 7, walks 2. The runners on the corner still his responsibility. We'll find out for sure who the new pitcher is for the Skeeters. When we get back, they're up 3-0.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering.
877 Farm Bureau for more information.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
So Casey Coleman's night is done after a stellar outing. Now on the mound for the Skeeters will be Craig Sitton, the 6'5", 190-pound lefty, who is an alum of the national champion Oregon State Beavers. This season for the Skeeters, he is 1-0 with a 4.72 ERA in 24 games. He has thrown 26 and 2/3 inning and has struck out 22 batters.
He has been scoreless in his last 5 appearances, and not only did Sitton go to Oregon State, he has a family that went to Oregon State. In fact, his cousin Charlie Sitton played basketball for Oregon State from 1980 to 1984, and then played for the Mavericks in the NBA 84 to 85, and his grandfather was even a football player for Oregon State way back in the day.
Well, they're a happy family tonight, let me tell you. I'm not sure if Sitton knows that his team just won the national championship. Probably not.
I have a feeling he has somebody in that dugout
true.
keeping an eye on that. Be a lefty-lefty matchup here for Sitton as Casey Hobson bats with runners on the corners and only 1 away. So this game far from over here in the 7th. Skeeters are leading 3-0, but Hobson represents the tying run. It's going to take a monumental blast for Hobson to get it out in right. The wind is really blowing in hard from right center field. They set up inside the 0-1. This one slam foul down the left side, so Hobson thinking what I said, he's not going to get out to left. They're trying to shoot it down the left field line. What's happening here? Oh, Kubica went to retrieve that ball as it bounced back on the field of play. Nope, balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on the corner. Skeeters leading 3-0. They set up away, and the 0-2 is popped up. It should stay in play. Cordero seems to have a beat on it going towards the screen and brings it down for a big out number 2. So now the sac fly is out of the picture, and if Sitton get 1 more out, he can give the Skeeters a 7-0 lead, a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the 7th. 3-7-1 for the Skeeters, 0-1-0 for the Barnstormers. Hard to believe this high flying attack by the Barnstormers have yielded just 1 hit. One-step Trayvon Robinson, the switcher, to turn around and bat here from the right side against Skeeters lefty Craig Sitton. Robinson has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. First pitch here misses low, 1 ball and no strikes to count.
So Sitton got to Oregon State in 2008. That was his freshman season. They won back-to-back championships in 06 and 07 and hadn't won one since until tonight.
The 1-0. Swollen and chop towards third foul. That stinks getting into the year after you win back-to-back titles.
Had a good freshman season, too, a 3.91 ERA in 22 games. See how Oregon State did that season. Just 28 and 24 following up back-to-back championships. Didn't even make the postseason.
I guess everybody graduated and or got drafted, huh?
Probably so. It's tough to rebuild after back-to-back championships.
The 1-1. This one fouled into the net just to our right, 1-2. Sitting 1 strike away from inheriting a first and third 1-out jam and getting the Skeeters out of it. So you take a couple of appearances out of his season, and he has just had a terrific year. When you look at his strikeout to walk ratio, 26-6. The 1-2. Misses a little low and in, didn't miss by much. Good spotted fastball by Sitton. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Runners on the corners. The speedy Rico Noel at third. And it is Ryan Castile on at first. The 2-2 from Sitton. This one is just a little low, and Sitton is not missing by much. And give Robinson credit as well. Played off a couple of tough pitches there. So 3-2 now, so Castile will be off and running at first, which means an extra base hit could make this a 1-run ball game. Let's see if Sitton can get the Skeeters out of this. 29-1 when leading after 6. Payoff pitch from Sitton, swung and hit towards third, stabbing by Kubica. He'll fire it across the diamond in time, and that'll do it. Nice job by the Skeeters lefty. Well, it is 7th inning stretch time. Get your peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I do care if you never come back. Skeeters leading 3-zip.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases.
There we go, on 3. 1, 2.
Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Let me hear you. Going loud. A one, a two, a three. Take me out to the lobby. Take me out to the ground. Buy some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back Orange Root. Red Root for the party. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old.
The great Harry Carey. Hope you're all stretched out. Skeeters leading 3-0 thanks to Craig Sitton's nifty relief work. Skeeters will send up Barrett Barnes to start off, and he rips one past the diving third baseman Tyler Bortnick, who dove to his left. And a leadoff single for Barnes, who's now 2 for 3. Barnes, Rondon, Jan Santi, 8-9 and 1 here.
Well, another multi-hit game for Barnes. It doesn't matter where you put him in the 1-hole or the 8-hole. He's been finding ways to get hits.
Skeeters are trying to add to their 3-0 lead, and you have to think Rondon is bunting. Tyler Bortnick, the third baseman, thinks so. He is in front of the cutout on the grass as the ball came loose down left field. Grant Desmay retrieves it, moves it back to a fan. Rondon is grounded up but drove in a run, bunted and scored a run, so he's 1 for 2. Came in batting .288, no home runs, and 19 RBIs. And I bet everything I have that he squares the bunt here. First pitch here by Al Baladeo. A little head fake to try to get Barnes. Comes home, and Rondon is bunting, but pulls the bat back for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, the third baseman, Bortnick, playing way in on that one. Rondon, we saw him hit a bunt single earlier in this game. Would have been tough, like right there with Bortnick playing in.
Baladeo peeking over his left shoulder. Rondon squares again and bunts this one right in front of the plate. They will throw it down to second, but called foul by home plate umpire. So 0-2 on Rondon, and the bunt probably out of the picture. Skeeters leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. 87 pitches now for Al Baladeo. Barnstormers have some action in their bullpen. See who's warming up in the barn. Can't quite see it. Albaladeo's throw to first. Barnes dives back in head first.
It's going to be interesting to see who serves as the setup man for Felipe Paulino tonight.
Let's see who's coming up. I'm sure I could guess. It's either going to be Runsler or Adams. I guess would be Adams. Not a lot of lefties coming up until the 9th, most likely.
Can't quite make it out. Looks like Adams warming up right now.
It would have to be the right-hander, I would think. That is Adams. See who's warming up in the Barnstormers bullpen. That is Matt Marksberry, a left-hander. The 0-2 here to Rondon. This one high and over the head of catcher Ryan Castile, so no bunt needed or steals. Bourne heads down to second. You wonder how he could lay off a pitch that close. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count was over the head of Castile.
So Rondon, who's hitting .333 in his last 17 games, now has a runner in scoring position in Barrett Barnes.
You'd like to get that extra run. That way only a grand slam could tie it. Now Baladeo might be running out of gas here. Closing in on 90 pitches.
Well, we have seen a grand slam in this series, so don't jinx it.
They set up outside. The 1-2 coming here to Rondon from the right-hander Al Baladeo. This one is fouled off to the left side. Count remains 1-2.
With runners in scoring position, Rondon's hitting .260 in 50 at-bats with 19 RBIs.
The 1-2. This one is a little bit high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was pitch number 90. 61 of them for strikes. Skeeters trying to take a 3-1 lead in this series and moving to first for the first time since May 15th. The 2-2 here by the former big league right-hander. Swollen and smack foul. Rondoni, tough out.
Big weekend coming up at Constellation Field. 80s night tomorrow. Spasmatics performing after the game. And then, of course, Saturday is Paired Head night. And guess what, Ira? I bought a Hawaiian shirt today.
Nice.
So I'll be ready for the occasion.
Still more excited to see what you're going to wear for 80s night.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Barely even born in the 90s.
I won't disappoint.
All right. I expect a lot of you will. The 2-2 here from the righty. He kicks and deals, and this one outside ball 3, 3-2. It's a good job. Rondon was down 0-2. Now runs the count full. This will be the 8th pitch coming to Rondon. Now Baladeo, that big sign of fatigue, just taking a ton of time between pitches here, so he's pretty much on E at 92 pitches. Better than 2-1 in the strike to ball ratio, 62 strikes, 30 for balls. Payoff pitch here to Rondon, swollen and popped up left side. Will this stay in play? Bortnick, the third baseman, near his own dugout, reaches in and drops it. Had it, reached for it again, had it as an ice cream cone, and then dropped it into his own dugout. Oh, Rondon must have the lucky rabbit's foot. You'll see a 9th pitch.
Yeah, Bortnick made a great run over to his own dugout, reached over, looks like he had it, but it just fell out of his glove.
Sure, Al Baladeo thinking, just about out of gas here. He could have used it. And usually when a guy is this fatigued, bad things usually about to happen. Surprising that Ross Peoples has not come and gotten him yet, but I think a single hero run will be the end of Al Baladeo's night.
Probably even a walk, yeah.
Yep. And Al Baladeo just not throwing the ball here. Rondon finally asked for timeout. There'll be another 3-2 pitch coming here to Alvaro. They set up inside. And again, the 3-2 here by the right-hander. He looks at second, fires it home, and this one's a check swing low and in. Did he go? Yes, he did. And I'll throw it down to first to complete it. That is out number 1. So he does not get Barnes to third. And not a productive out. In steps the red-hot Anthony Jansanti. He is lined to left. Grounded the third and singled. He's 1 for 3.
8 for 13 in this series, Ira. 5 RBIs, all of those coming on Tuesday night in a Skeeters loss.
Set his career high in home runs last year with 9. He's got 8 before the All-Star break. Anthony came in at .276, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. Albaladeo spins towards second, but Barnes gets back, no one covering, no throw. First pitch here by the right-hander. He'll spin towards second. This time, second baseman Rico Noel sneaks in behind Barnes, but again, no throw by Albaladeo. I mean, these are the signs as a manager used to say, hey, it's time to go to the bullpen. I mean, Albaladeo has nothing left and still only one away. And the odds of him getting 2 outs without a run scoring are slim. Check swing low and away. Did he go? No, 1-0.
Well, you mentioned it last night.
Oh, no, they're saying a strike. Wow, that was a late call.
Skeeters fans aren't happy about that one. Well, you mentioned it last night. You know, Pete Incaviglia and Corey Donald very, very good at making sure.
Well, speaking of Pete, here he comes. He's going to argue the strike call. Reggie Liggins, the first base umpire, already giving him the stop sign as he comes out.
I mean, he's got a fair point here. I mean, that strike call came well after.
Oh, just a quick argument by Inky. So no balls and 1 strike here to Anthony. Skeeters leading 3-0 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The 0-1 here by the right-hander. They will set up inside. And Albaladeo just refusing to throw a pitch. That means he's done. Stick a fork in him.
I mean, nothing good is going to come out of a pitcher being out of gas, especially when facing the top of the order. I'm really surprised he's still in this ball game.
There's one low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Skeeters leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Now 95 pitches for Jonathan Albaladeo. He can time his pitches with a sundial.
Jansanti's going to destroy this one if it's pitched over the strike zone.
The 1-1, Sky down the left side. This should make the seats. Bortnick chasing it near the seats and runs out of room, about 6 rows back. A 1-2 on number 21, Anthony Jansanti.
As a junior at Siena, he hit .355, 14 homers, and 47 RBIs in 54 games.
It's quite a year for anybody. He has never hit double digits as a pro, however. Trying to do that this year with now 8 home runs after hitting a pair the other night.
I think it's safe to say he's going to get there, perhaps before the All-Star break.
The 1-2 here from Albaladeo. Peaks at second, still won't throw a pitch though, and again, timeout call by a Skeeters hitter. Now the Boo Birds coming out. Nothing more aggravating as a fan watching a pitcher who just won't throw. The 1-2, swung and hit towards the shortstop. Barnes will back up. He went to third last time. The throw to first, just in time. Good hustle by Jansanti. Just nick him at first. There's the second out. Barnes remains at second. That intercepts Matt Chavez.
Yeah, Jansanti, one of those guys that's really going to hustle toward first base regardless of where that's hit. Looked like a routine ground out to short, but Jansanti made it a lot closer than it would have been otherwise.
Chavez last time up got a 2-out single. I gave the Skeeters a 2-0 lead. They're now leading 3-0 with another run in the 6th. Albaladeo just trying to get through 7. Now at 98 pitches. Although 67 of them are for strikes. Oh, he's had a good game, but the Barnstormers have scored no runs from him, only have 1 hit to show for it this evening. He set up inside on the first pitch to Chavez, and this one is a strike at the knees. 0-1 the count.
Chavez, a University of San Francisco alum. You know who also went to USF?
Yes, Wilt Chamberlain.
Bill Russell. Did Wilt go there as well?
Yep.
He's not coming up on this list. It's odd.
The 0-1. This one is high and tight. 1-1. That was the 100th pitch by Al Baladeo. 68 for strikes, 32 for balls. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on. Skeeters leading 3-0, trying to make it 4-0 with Barnes down at second with 2 down. The 1-1 to Chavez. Way inside, low and in. And Bondeo really has nothing left here. 2 balls and a strike.
I'm sorry, Ira, I'm going to have to expose you.
Oh, where
he went to the University of Kansas. He was a Jayhawk.
That's right.
He was not a Dom.
What's the University of San Francisco?
The Doms.
What's a Dom?
Let's ask Google. Dons, excuse me.
Like Mafia? The Don.
Possibly.
The 2-1. This one swung and missed. Chavez chased the ball low and away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Barnes down at second. Skeeters leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th.
A high-ranking member of the Mafia.
Can't be the same thing. Why would you name your team name after a Mafia Don? That's the definition.
It's also a Spanish gentleman, a Spaniard. And a
like Don Quixote.
A university teacher is another thing showing up.
The 2-2. This one low and in, 3-2. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Don Quixote type Don, not the Mafia Don. Never go against me, ever.
Have you been out to, was it AT&T Park, San Francisco?
Yeah, great. I went out there and it was Pac Bell. Yeah, nice park. One of my favorites, actually. Phenomenal.
I actually was scheduled to go on a tour trip to San Francisco. We're going to go to a Giants game. Tour gets canceled. Or the trip gets canceled.
Probably because they knew you were going to be on it.
That's
Do they need another
true.
reason? Payoff pitch coming here to Chavez. Pitch number 105 coming from Al Baladeo. This one swung in chop foul. I think that was off the foot, and it was of Chavez. Well, count remains full 3-2.
Chavez, another guy that's well-traveled.
But he was not a Don.
Yes, he was.
How do you figure?
He went to the University of San Francisco.
Oh, man.
Gotcha again.
No, he was drafted when he was 18, so there's no way Al Baladeo.
No, I'm talking about Chavez.
Oh, Chavez, okay.
No, Al Baladeo, no. He's not a Don. There's not many Dons out there.
So do we call Matt Don Chavez?
Don Chavez. That might be the new nickname.
Please grant me a favor. Another 3-2, and you could go to the concession stand and come back before Al Baladeo throws another pitch.
Oh, man, you could go to the concession stand and order big ice cream cone, eat that ice cream cone, and come back before Al Baladeo throws his pitch.
Before he throws a pitch, he steps off again. What's your favorite flavor ice cream?
I mean, in general, like just the basic flavors, or like of all time?
No, it could be a crazy Rocky Road-esque flavor.
I'll tell you after this pitch.
3-2. Swung in foul back. All right, you're up.
So I'm about to inform the people on what's the best ice cream flavor.
Just get to the point. It's a 3-2 pitch.
You go to Marble Slab, you get blueberry mixed with peppermint.
Here we go.
It's the best flavor in the world.
Blueberry peppermint.
Yes.
You really are nuts.
I'm telling you, people have called me crazy, but when they actually try the flavor, they agree. So if you're out there,
I see why you don't put the nuts in there. You're already there.
I emailed Marble Slab is the company, and they did not get back to me. I said just make it your own flavor.
I'm going to stop you right here. The 3-2 swung and a missed strike 3. Thank goodness I couldn't hear any more about your crazy flavor to Ben & Jerry's. We are through 7 innings of play. Skeeters, thanks to Blueberry Ice Cream, lead 3-2. Back in a moment.
Want to watch a Skeeters game in style? We have just what you need. Our game day suites are ideal for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, networking, and even celebrating personal milestones. Let us make it easy for you. Suite rentals come with food and soft drinks, parking privileges, and even access to our Insperity Club. Drinking packages are also available. To plan your event, call us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
So Craig Sitton gets the Skeeters out of a 1st and 3rd one-out jam without a run scoring. He remains on the mound with the Skeeters leading 3-0. Grant Desmay, Carlos Garcia, and Tyler Bortnick, bottom of the order here in the top of the 8th. First pitch hit to Kubica. Nifty stamp to his left, a throw to first, and the Skeeters are 5 outs away on the first pitch.
Kubica, he's got a lot of swagger at third base, doesn't he?
You got the skills, you might as well have the swagger. You got the skills that pay the bills, you can have confidence. He's a terrific third baseman.
Playing in as Carlos Garcia comes up right now.
Garcia, the switch hitter, will bat here from the right side. He's 0 for 2. He has grounded to short and struck out. Reached on an error by shortstop Alvaro Rondon. Skeeters leading 3-0. They have 3 runs on 8 hits. The Barnstormers still only 1 hit. No runs on 1 lone hit. Well, setting a great job since coming in with 1 away last inning and runners on the corners. He has retired 3 straight. No action in the Skeeters bullpen. You look at the rest of this order. The righty Bortnick is on deck. Then the switch hitting Sanford. Then the right-hander hitting Noel. That's one swung and a miss. Then I guess after that it's Felipe Paulino time.
I think he's going to be an all-star.
I do believe. Be interesting to see how many all-stars the Skeeters have. You can make an argument for 5 or 6, not just 4. This one is hit down the right field line foul.
I mean, you're absolutely right. They lead the league in ERA, and then you look at the lineup. I mean, it's just stacked, top to bottom.
I mean, if you look at the shoe-ins, you got to think Paulino's a shoe-in. And I would say Dallas Beeler would be the 2 shoe-in pitchers. And there could be more, but we say those are the 2 shoe-ins. Cordero, most likely, is a shoe-in.
And then Chavez, for sure.
Yeah. After that, it could be Hawkins, maybe Jan Santi. That's one swung and missed.
Well, Hawkins, if you're basing it on the past 2 weeks, then you definitely have an argument for him. And then, of course, he's tied for the Atlantic League lead in home runs, so that's another good argument to get him in.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on Carlos Garcia. That's one swung and fouled deep down the right side. That one over the second deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
Garcia was actually Venezuelan Winter League teammates with Felipe Paulino on Bravos de Margarita.
Good, a Margarita, I think is what the name of that team basically is saying. The 2-2. Swan and a broken bat right to Rondon. Little humpback line drive. Fields it on the grass. And the Skeeters are 4 outs away, up 3-0 here. So 2 outs, none on 4 in a row retired by Sitton coming in a big spot in the 7th. And Tyler Bortnick will step in. It's the first time they've kept Bortnick quiet in the series. In game 1, he reached base 4 times, reached on an error, a hit by pitch, had a single and a grand slam, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Correction, I think that was game 2. In game 1, he has 1 for 3 with a single and 2 RBIs. Then last night had a solo homer, going 1 for 3. 0 for 2 tonight. He is grounded back to the pitcher and flied out to left. Hot shot to third, backhanded by Kubica. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first in time. What a job by Sitton. 5 up, 5 down, has himself a 1-2-3 inning thanks to some nifty fielding by his third baseman. Skeeters will try to get a little insurance when we go to the bottom of the 8th. When we get back here in the middle of the 8th, Skeeters are leading 3-0.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring-free trampoline.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters Baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
There's your Don song.
How appropriate. Matt Marksberry on the mound now, the 6'1", 185-pound lefty from Cincinnati, Ohio, former Atlanta Brave this season for the Barnstormers. He has a 1-1 record, a 1.96 ERA in 19 games. He has allowed 14 hits over 18 1/3 innings, and he's struck out 20 batters.
Oh, Marksberry will take over here. Marksberry actually had a flight delay, which delayed his Major League debut. And he will face 3, 4, and 5 here for the Skeeters. Kyle Kubica, Courtney Hawkins, and Albert Cordero. Kubica 0 for 3. He has grounded out and flied out twice. Skeeters leading 3-0. Trying to get a little insurance. Action in the pen. I'm going to guess that's Felipe Paulino. And it is.
The bearded one himself.
No balls and 1 strike here to Kyle Kubica after making that nice play to end the 7th. Bats first here. Kubica 258, 7 home runs, 34 ribbies. Big curveball stays high, 1 ball and 1 strike the count.
So tell me more about this flight delay.
You see here.
Wonder how often that happens. Miss your Major League debut or have to delay it because of a flight delay.
I'll give you the story here after this next pitch. This one is skied left side. Tyler Bortnick, the third baseman, behind third and in foul territory, brings it down for out number 1. So July 30th, 2015, Braves lefty, and then Matt Marksberry certainly was not going to complain about the fact that a flight delay limited his first experience in the big leagues to running out of the bullpen with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 8th inning in a 4-1 loss to the Phillies. He had butterflies just running out there, he said. I can't imagine that it will be like that to make my debut. And here comes Ross Peoples, and it looks like that will be the only batter that Marksberry faces. So Marksberry just in there to face the lefty, and then we'll get a righty to face Hawkins, who homered his last time up. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll find out who the new hurler is here for the Barnstormers. Skeeters leading 3-0.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Ira Lieben, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Going to be Steven Johnson on to pitch for the Barnstormers, 215 pounds, 6'5", the righty from Austin, Texas. This season for Lancaster, he's 1-0 with a 1.66 ERA in 20 games. He's allowed 17 hits through 21 2/3 innings, and he's struck out 24 batters.
Well, the right-hander in to face the power-hitting right-hander, Courtney Hawkins. That is 12th home run of the year last time up. First pitch here, check, swing, but he went through 0-1. And there is actually a Steve Johnson and a Steven Johnson.
See, I thought
on this
first
roster.
That was just an error on the computer, that there's the same player showing up as two different names. But no, they actually do have a Steven Johnson and a Steve Johnson.
Steven Johnson on the hill is 6'5", 215. Steve is 6'1", 225. Steven is from Washington, D.C., and Steve is from Baltimore, Maryland, so very close in proximity. And name. This one is swung and a missed, 1-2. Steven Johnson from Boulder, Colorado, went to St. Edward's University in Austin, Texas. Selected by the Giants, as we go with that San Francisco theme. 6th round in 2012. Last year spent time with the Arizona Giants in the Arizona League and the Richmond Flying Squirrels.
That's my favorite. Well, I can't say my favorite. One of my favorite.
Well, he's
team
played
names.
for a few teams that you're going to like. The Augusta Green Jackets.
That's up there, top 5.
The Pensacola Blue Wahoos.
That's top 10.
And the Louisville Bats, as well as the Richmond Flying Squirrels. And Hawkins down on strikes here. So 2 outs, none on for Albert Cordero. Skeeters are leading 3-0 here. There's 3 outs away.
Steven Johnson was actually traded to Cincinnati for Marlon Byrd in 2015. How about that?
Pretty big trade.
Ended up going back to the Giants last year.
Thinking he flew back as
I
a
would think
flying
so.
squirrel.
Do you learn how to fly when you're a flying squirrel?
No. Flying squirrel, all I think is Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Do you like the nickname Flying Squirrels? Do you think it's
okay. Doesn't thrill me.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Not the Pizza Rats?
Nope.
You're not going to get better than that.
I don't think I've ever seen a pizza rat. Well, with the exception of you.
I was about to say.
I'm more of a pizza snob. Like coming from New York, it's got to be high end. Haven't found even a 6 here.
Really?
Really. It's a high standard.
Same thing with bagels.
The 0-2. This one, yeah, but I'm going to go with a lesser quality bagel, but not a lesser quality pizza.
I'm trying to think of a good place around here. There's a lot of, there's pepperoni's pretty good delivery, but a good sit-down place, tough to come by.
Got to find a place that serves slices, which is hard enough right there. This one is fouled off to the left side.
By the slice, I don't know if that's even possible to find.
I don't get why it's so difficult.
I know. I mean, it's
Who can eat a whole pie for lunch, except for maybe you, the tapeworm?
I eat 2 pies.
2 pies. I seriously doubt that. 2 large pies?
I could if I wanted to.
Easy there, Kobayashi. Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skeeters up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Steven Johnson kicks, fires, and this one high and outside 2-2. Steven Johnson, 16-12, a .393 ERA, 13 career saves, had a career high 8 for the Augusta Green Jackets. Green Jacket a bug? Oh, that's right, Augusta, the Green Jackets, the Masters. The 2-2. High and outside, they'll run the count full 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Johnson, over his career, has averaged 9.82 strikeouts per 9 innings. This season, he has 24 strikeouts through 21 2/3. He's doing better this time around.
Payoff pitch here to Cordero. They set up inside, and the 3-2. Swung a hit high in the air to right center field, but playable. Darian Sanford will yield to right fielder Blake Galen, and that'll do it. So it takes 2 pitchers for 3 outs, 3 up, 3 down, go. The Skeeters, but they're 3 outs away from a win. Felipe Paulino will try to wrestle back sole possession of the league lead in saves when we get back. Skeeters up 3-0.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
Fear the beard. The Atlantic League saves leader Felipe Paulino on the hill now, trying to close this one out for Sugarland. This season for the Skeeters, he has a 2-1 record and 0.68 ERA, 15 saves in 26 and 1/3 innings. He's struck out 34 batters.
Well, Paulino will face the top of the order here in the top of the ninth. The Skeeters leading 3-0. And 3 defensive outs away from a 3-1 lead in this series and take over the first place for the first time since May 15th. Darian Sanford is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice, grounded back to the pitcher, and grounded out to second. Paulino tied with Barnstormers closer Matt Reynolds for tops in saves. Both have 15, so he could take over sole possession here. Well, Paulino is ready, as is Sanford, and here we go. Skeeters leading 3-0. First pitch down the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. Paulino, fastball 90 to 93, a changeup, slider, curve, and a sinker. 5 pitches for the closer. The 0-1. That's one swung and a missed, 0-2. Sanford 282, no home runs, 19 RBIs. Only has 2 career home runs as a pro. Obviously not a power hitter. Had 2 hits last night. On base 3 times, including 3 hits and a walk the night before. And was on once in game 1 with a walk. Fastball just misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. If the Skeeters can hold on and take first place here, they will hold a half-game lead with 6 crucial games left, including 3 more here against the Barnstormers. This one a slapper to short. Rondon will hurry the throw high, but Chavez stays on the bag, and a big out number 1. Heading Sanford is huge. You can really disrupt a game. Well, Skeeters up 3-0. 2 defensive outs away. Rico Noel will step in. Noel grounded out the third, popped out to short, and walked. Stole the base last time up, so officially 0 for 2. Noel steps in. Open stance from the right side for Rico. Noel stands in there at just 5'8", 170. Squares the bunt here, pops it almost into this booth just to my right, or a foul 0-1. I'd say his direction was slightly off. Oh, no balls and 1 strike to count. 1 out, none on. Again, the Skeeters leading 3-0. The Barnstormers have just 1 hit through 8 1/3. The 0-1. And squaring again here, but bunting through it is Noel for strike 2. And Noel saying there's no way I went through, but he went past home plate. And I thought he fouled it off, but I guess it was dropped by Cordero. And here comes manager Ross Peoples down from third, and he's going to argue this call. I agree with the home plate umpire. I thought he bunted through it. Now he's going to try to get an explanation here from home plate umpire Jesse Moreno. Now Moreno takes off the face mask. Paul Peoples not adamant here, just discussing it, and he's trying to say that he got the bat back, but he's going to lose this one. So no balls and 2 strikes to count. Now official. Still a full moon out tonight. Well, Paulino will try to polish off Noel here. So it's swung and a missed, strike 3. And the Skeeters are 1 out away. So Cordero will look for his 16th save of the season if he can get past the left-hand hitting right fielder Blake Galen. These guys may face each other in an all-star game here soon. All-star game on Long Island this year as the Ducks have it. Coaches have been named. Of course, Long Island Ducks manager Kevin Byes and his coaching staff. York manager Mark Mason. They won the title last year, the other manager. So on a strike, no balls and 1 strike here to Galen. Galen's 0 for 3. He has grounded the second, grounded the first, and struck out. The 0-1 is one in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Paulino from the stretch. They set up away on the 1-1 here. This one a strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Paulino and the Skeeters 1 strike away. Paulino kicks and fires. The 1-2 is swung and hit down the right field line. That is a fair ball. It'll rattle around in the corner. Around first, heading for second is Galen. And the Barnstormers still not done here. Only the second hit of the night. Galen always a tough out. So now the cleanup hitter, Ryan Castile, comes in. Barnstormers still need another runner to reach to bring the tying run to the plate, so Paulino doesn't have to breathe heavy yet. Well, so far, the cleanup hitter has struck out, grounded out, and walked. He's 0 for 2. Came in batting .297, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. First pitch here by Felipe, swung on and missed. A ball a little bit outside, missed the fastball. Although the speed of pitch says 118 miles an hour, I'm going to say it's slightly off. Paulino throws hard, but not quite that hard. The 0-1 from the former big leaguer. This one, fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-2, and the Skeeters again, 1 strike away. Paulino looks in at Cordero. Cordero will set up outside here. And the 0-2, swung in, fouled back just to my right. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. Paulino so far 14 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. Skeeters leading 3-0, trying to take a 3-1 lead in this 7-game set. Again, they'll set up away. The 0-2, swung in, a slow chopper left side. Charging is Kibitza, the third baseman. Fires it to first, and that's the game. And the Skeeters take over first place for the first time since May 15th and have a 3-1 lead here against the Barnstormers with 6 to go. Final numbers look like this: 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Skeeters. No runs, just 2 hits, and no errors for the Barnstormers. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll give you the final numbers. We'll preview tomorrow's Game 5 pitching matchup, and Will Scott will have our player of the game. All that and more. We return on the Skeeters post-game show in a moment.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Hey Skeeters fans, have a worry-free kids' birthday party here at Constellation Field. You and your guests will have everything you need, including access to our picnic plaza, pool, food, cake, and so much more. The birthday child will be able to throw out the first pitch, get a jersey with their name and number, and we will sing happy birthday to them on the dugout. Join us at Constellation Field, where we will do all the work so you can enjoy the game.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
We sail into the post-game show, and excited Ira Liebman as the Skeeters get their 5th shutout of the year and win this 3-0. 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for Sugar Land. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Barnstormers. Winning pitcher is Casey Coleman. He improves to 3-0 as a starter for the Skeeters. Felipe Paulino now sole possession of the league lead in saves. He gets his 16th save of the season. Losing pitcher, Jonathan Albaladeo, the former big leaguer, pitched well, but he suffers the loss, and he drops to 5-0. and 3. Time of the game, 2 hours and 42 minutes here in this one. Well, not a lot of scoring to speak of. Skeeters struck first in the 3rd inning. A leadoff double by Colin Walsh and a single by Barrett Barnes, but runners on the corners, and then an Alvaro Rondon ground out, and the Skeeters led 1-0. 2 innings later, they would get another run after Walsh struck out and Barnes fouled out. Alvaro Rondon started it with a bunt single. Then Anthony Jansanti singled, and then Matt Chavez singled with 2 down, and the Skeeters led 2-0. Skeeters get their final run in the 6th inning, a leadoff home run, a monumental blast by Courtney Hawkins, who also tied now with the league lead in home runs with 12 to make it 3-0. It was all Casey Coleman, who goes 6 1/3. He allows just 1 hit, walks 2. Great relief appearance. Really give credit to Craig Sitton, who set up this win. He retired 5 in a row, including coming in for Coleman with 1st and 3rd and only 1 away. 5 up, 5 down. He hands it to Al Baladeo, and the Skeeters win 3-0. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, and hopefully we'll have our player of the game. Take a break. Be back here in just a moment.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Hi, this is Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. I'm here to tell you about our brand new Skeeters Speakers Bureau. Make your next occasion special by inviting one of our outstanding Skeeters players, coaches, or front office staff as a guest speaker. If you'd like to schedule an appearance for your club meeting, sports banquet, or any other group outing, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com and click on the Speakers Bureau link under the Community tab. Hope to see you soon, and go Skeeters! Well, Skeeters win this one 3-0. And now Will Scott looks like he is standing by with our player of the game, so we will go down to William.
Thanks, Ira. Here with our player of the game, Courtney Hawkins, who went 2 for 4 tonight with the home run, stayed hot. Courtney, you are hitting .388 over your last 9 games. What has been working for you as of late?
Man, just locked in right now. Like I said, healthy, feel good, and just that's pretty much it, man. Just staying healthy. My girlfriend's really been on me about eating right and taking care of myself to make sure my body feels right. So I really got to thank her a lot just so I can come out every day and be at 100%, you know.
You've been hitting inside pitches a lot better, resulting in a lot more singles. What do you think has contributed to that?
Now that's Pete right there, just having an approach and having a plan and sticking to it and not changing anything, you know. Obviously, last time we played them, I got jammed a lot, and they've been trying to pound me in, so just making adjustments, you know.
With this win, your team is now in first place in the Freedom Division. What does this win mean in terms of you guys trying to clinch the first half title?
It's huge, man. Like I said, we gotta get 2 more. We got to get 2 more and keep it going, you know what I mean?
That was our player of the game, Courtney Hawkins, after another big night. Skeeters now in first place in the Freedom Division. Thanks, Courtney.
Thanks, Will. Skeeters win 3-0, and Will, will join me back here in the booth in a second. But with the win, the Skeeters improved to 36-21 now. First place, they have the edge over the Barnstormers, who are 35-21. Well, tomorrow, the Barnstormers throw out their best pitcher. If they don't win tonight, the Skeeters could clinch this division in this series. Left-hander Nate Reed with an impressive 6-1 record and a 3.32 ERA against Southpaw Ben Grissett, 2-2 with a 4.93 ERA. And now Will Scott rejoins me here in the booth. And, big win for the Skeeters. They have now a 3-1 lead and catch the Barnstormers for the first time in almost 6 weeks, and that is a long time. And what does this win mean for the Skeeters tonight?
It's unbelievable to think that we are here after we were down 1-2 in the series against the Road Warriors, 15-2 since that point. Or 13-2, since that point. It's just been really an unbelievable effort from this team. They had a great road trip. They come back and they follow that up with going 3-1 at home. And now they're in a situation where if they can win all 3 games over the weekend, they can clinch the title here without having to worry about it going back on the road. So, really just top to bottom, the lineup's been solid. Pitching staff has been incredible. You got Beeler on Monday night going 5 no-hit innings. Coleman doing that same thing tonight. Really just an unbelievable job by this whole team.
And whatever happens tomorrow, they got Beeler and Wade in Game 6 and 7, so they're looking really good right now. We mentioned 29-1, now 30-1 when leading after 6 innings. So the Skeeters in great shape. And, it seems to be that, we thought this team maybe metamorphosized into a team like we saw tonight. Good starting pitching, a couple of runs, just enough, and then the bullpen takes over. But the Skeeters have averaged 8 runs in the previous 5 games, so it's kind of pitching to the scoreboard, if you will. If they have to play a close game, they can do that. If they have to play a slugfest, they can do that. They lost the Game 1 slugfest 8-6, but it's interesting that it's kind of a two-headed monster here for the Skeeters. Sometimes it's all offense, sometimes it's all pitching.
Well, you're right. All season it's either been pretty much either pitching or hitting for the Skeeters, but these last couple weeks it's been both, and that's why they've been able to go on this 13-2 tear. Really just, like I said, top to bottom, the lineup is just stacked. 7, 8, 9 tonight, it was, Walsh, Barnes, and Rondon, 3 excellent hitters at the bottom of that lineup. And, the Skeeters have just been finding ways to score some runs. They took advantage of runners in scoring position tonight. Courtney Hawkins hit a home run, extending that lead. So, like I said, they've been finding ways to score runs and finding ways to win games. And they've won 3 of the first 4 games in this huge series and now have the lead in the Freedom Division.
And you're at the bottom of the order, was 4 for 9 tonight with an RBI, so they are looking very good. Again, tomorrow it'll be lefty Nate Reed against Skeeters Southpaw Ben Grissett. Incredible win for the Skeeters. They win 3-0. That's going to do it for us here. Tomorrow, Friday night, the Spasmatics are here. 80s night should be a fun night all the way around, and hopefully the Skeeters get a little bit closer to that first half playoff spot. 7:05 the first pitch. The pregame show starts with me, Will, and Ryan at 6:45. For my broadcast partner, Will Scott, this is Ira Lehman saying enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow night.